Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Superior Heights Field for tonight's senior football action from Sault Ste. Marie. I'm Kevin Hemsworth here with Scott McPherson, bringing you the action tonight as the first place Korah Colts take on the second place St. Mary's Knights in a rematch of a Week 2 contest that saw Korah come out on top. So the Knights looking for a measure of revenge here tonight. And Scott, maybe you can give us a bit of a sense of what we can expect here tonight.
Well, we've got a heavyweight tilt here, and I mean tilt like a pinball machine. This one's going to be a big barn burner. It is going to be, like you said, redemption for the St. Mary's Knights and an attempt for the Colts to stay on top of the heap here in the senior football division. Korah's coming off a 2-point loss against Huron Heights, the number 1 ranked in the country. A game that they could have won barring a late game missed field goal. So their confidence is sky high. St. Mary's Knights been practicing hard, trying to shore up a few of the things that got away from them against the Colts in the first game. But you can expect a lot of big hits, a lot of aerial attack from the Knights, a lot of ground and pound along the ground with Caleb Thibodeau and the backs, Ronan Provenzano for the Korah Colts. So we're expecting a great night of football, Friday night under the lights. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be a great one.
Yeah, like you said, Korah, you know what to expect from Korah. They're not going to do anything different. They're going to come out, ground and pound. Barella, the featured back in the backfield. Thibodeau carries the ball up the middle. Provenzano gives them a bit of a change of pace back there. And, of course, Gabe Byron has shown his arm at times this year too. And on the other side of the ball, the Knights, an almost complete 180 in terms of offense. They go with 6 receivers, empty backfield a lot of the time. And, we were Tony Monteferro and I in the first game calling it, we were looking to the Knights to go to the air and, quick strike. And we didn't really see it happen in the first half. I don't know if it was jitters or just, weren't on the same page early in the season. The second half of that game was a different story. Quarterback Matty Tucker settled in, started hitting those receivers a little bit more. Of course, it was a big win, big margin of victory for the Colts. But like you said, St. Mary's not going to take that laying down. I think they'll have a score to settle here. And with, half a season or more under their belt at this point, I expect to see St. Mary's hitting a little bit more on offense than we saw in the first contest. So like you said, should be a really good one.
And, of course, they go with their bread and butter. Along the ground is where Korah is going to dominate. They come at you straight, smash mouth football. Although the running game for St. Mary's is a good one, their weapons are clearly heading down the field. Aerial attack, some of the greatest receivers to come out of the Sioux in the last little bit. Bambako, Trudeau, Carter, to name a few.
Hey, don't forget McPherson.
Well, some great talent. Let's keep it objective, and hopefully they'll be able to spread the ball around, use a lot of their weapons. They also have Danny Guzzo and Braden Lutzi running the ball, so they'll hope to mix it up and keep the Colts on their toes and guessing. But, again, we're looking for a great tilt. It's going to be great. If you're not here, get here. If you're tuned in at home, have a cold beer and a slice of pizza and settle in for a great night of football.
Yeah, we're just seconds away from kickoff here. And as the Knights and the Colts both
I think I heard that the Colts
the field.
Will receive to open. That means the kickoff duties will be handled by
usually Bambako.
On
kickoff duty.
Another soccer player.
Sees a lot of action for the Knights. A featured receiver. He handles punts. He handles kickoffs. Plays some defensive back. Great athlete, and he's out there looking for a football right now. That would help.
All right, folks, great way to start the game. And again, a lot of these St. Mary's Knights, a few injuries, forced to go 2 ways. Korah Colts with a deep bench, and of course a very potent team. So St. Mary's will hope to pin them deep and force them to come a long way to pay dirt. So again, we're minutes away from the kickoff.
Barella and Dewar back for Korah.
Again, Mbako doing the kicking duties for the Knights. Hopefully we'll see a deep kick. He's got a big leg, and Barella and Dewar back around their 15, 20-yard line, so they're anticipating starting deep in their zone.
As we get underway, the kickoff, it's up and headed in the direction of Barella. He fields it clean. Barella goes to his right, trying to get the edge.
Barella gets to the outside.
And he's dragged down close to the sidelines there, close to the 30-yard line. That was Mbako getting downfield to make the tackle. He's not going to hang back from that kicking position. He's going to try to get downfield, make a tackle. He's got the speed to get there, and he does on that play. Korah will take over just inside the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 from the 29.
Korah starts at their own 30-yard line.
If you joined us during our junior game, you saw a lot of outside rushing with some great contain work.
For the Colts.
Looks like Korah will try to do the same thing if the up the middle is going to be snuffed out.
Byron under center. He hands off.
Hand off to Thibodeau.
Thibodeau's going to pick up just a couple of yards on the play. Typically, they want the shoulder pads of Caleb Thibodeau to be headed upfield. He was going a little east-west there. The Knights get over and shut him down.
3 yards. Sets up second
and 7 for the Colts.
Out of character for Thibodeau. Usually on the first play of the game, he'll smash right off guard, off tackle, gain a few hard yards, just set the tone. 2nd and 8.
Handoff to Barella. And Barella's going to get it out over the 35. A couple of yards shy of a first down.
Again, Thibodeau and Barella, two-headed monster in the backfield for the Colts.
With the tackle, I think it was Barella with the carry.
Also, Byron has the ability to scramble on his own and do his own damage in secondary.
Short for Korah.
Derboka makes the stop on that play. I suspect we might call his name a few times.
Number 22, Derboka.
He's been a pretty good defender for the Knights.
Very
so
aggressive.
3rd and very short here. See if Byron elects to keep it. He does. Goes over the right side of that Korah line. He's going to pick up about 3 yards and a first down.
Needed one, picked up 3, grabbing or moving the sticks. St. Mary's going to set the tone early on defense if they're going to expect to stay in this game.
So a reminder that it's 3-down football here in senior. If you tuned in for the junior game, 4 downs in junior, 3 downs in senior. So Korah elects to go for it on 3rd and gets the first down. Handoff coming to the left side.
Oh.
Handoff number 28, Ronan Provenzano.
Number 28, Ronan Provenzano. He called his name in the lead-in. He's going to pick up about 14 yards on a first down for the Colts. This is how the Colts get it done.
Provenzano with a nice stutter step to make his defender miss. Should have been tackled in the backfield. Got away from his defender and managed to pick up a nice gain on the play. They're at about the 54 of St. Mary's, bringing up 1st and 10.
Provenzano missed the first couple of games this season. He was back for that big tilt against Huron Heights, and he gets the carry on that play. He's missed direction on this play. Handoff is to
good tackle.
Number 23, that's Cole Barbo.
Ethan Arruda with the tackle.
Colts are going to mix backs in and out of this lineup. Barbo going to see some time back there. Wes Pomeroy probably get in
for Korah.
For some running plays as well.
Nice stop by Seamus Barlow with a little help from Ethan Arruda. Good gang tackling, which is what St. Mary's will need against these powerful Korah Colt backfield.
Yeah, we called Arruda's name a lot in that first matchup between these two teams. Of course, his brother Cole plays across from him for Korah. Handoff to Barella.
Cut inside by number 42.
Barella can't get upfield. Stopped by number 99. That's Grant Mathewson. Good pursuit from the inside. And that defensive line gets all the way to the sidelines to make the stop on that play. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And back to the Arruda boys. I teach with Mom Trish, and she is playing Switzerland today with one on each team. So she is a house divided, but
and has been for years.
Rooting for both of her boys, obviously, and we wish them both well today.
Great kids, good family.
Wonderful.
And yeah, wish both of them well.
Ethan and Cole, good luck today, boys.
3rd and 7 for Korah. This is where we see that. There's that quick kick by Thibodeau. That's what the Colts have elected to go with for most of The time 5, Byron
We do have flags on the
down,
play.
makes
Picked up by number
the tackle.
21,
He's going to be
Nicholas
inside
Vecchio.
that 5-yard zone unless they determine that perhaps he was a gunner on that play. I don't know where he lined up. I think he may have been behind Caleb Thibodeau. If so, they'll pick that flag up.
21, Nick Vecchio, good to hold on to that ball.
Yeah, he
With
took a pretty
man
good shot
bearing down on
from
him.
Byron. And this happens on almost every Korah punt because they use that quick kick by Thibodeau. He lines up
Referee's
about
just
4 or 5 yards in the backfield as opposed to the 10 or 12 that a punter would line up. And so he's got a couple players behind him. And in Canadian football, if you're behind the punter when he kicks it, you're a gunner. And that means
There is
you
no flag on the
can
play. Wait.
go right after the football. You don't have to give up 5 yards. And so that's why they're going to pick this flag up. Byron was
There is a unnecessary roughness call
That's what you thought.
they're going to
against Korah.
an unnecessary roughness call.
It
So I
was not
think
no yards flag, so it'll
it's
be
not
10
no
yard
yards,
friendly.
but I think
St.
the
Mary's
nature
will
of the
have
hit
first and 10 from the
was
50-yard line.
such that there was an unnecessary roughness call on the play. So
Trying to protect the defenseless
yeah,
receiver.
yeah, for sure.
So in the interest of safety, Korah gets penalized 15 yards. Wanted to give a big shout out to my crew over in the backyard. Thibodeau, Karkides in the pound.
All the troublemakers over there.
Looks like a lot of fun. If I wasn't
little
there,
handoff.
here, I'd love to be there.
Big play
Number 98
busted.
Lucas, number 98,
by Korah.
Dante Scaglione with the tackle.
Scaglione makes his presence felt on the first defensive play for the Colts. Loss of 2 on the play.
Scaglione, a force in the middle for the Korah Colts defense.
Lucy's run for a
Reportedly
loss
just
of 2
signed
yards,
with
sets up
letter-
second and long
St.
for
Mary's University.
Letter of intent to St. Mary's University. So
Matty
Matty
Tucker
looking
puts
to
it up.
pass.
And
Bad tackle
good
by Bamako,
defense
but
on that
very
play,
well defended
intended
play.
for Bamako.
great defense on the play. We got to get a number here, 14, 24.
I
Looks
think
like Ethan
that's
Carbone defensively.
Ethan Carbone,
for
14 on the
Korah
defense.
Colts. That'll set up 3rd and long for St. Mary's.
It was actually a pass
like
intended for
punt
Ethan
keeps coming
Carbone. Bambako did a nice job turning into a DB and breaking that up. Nice ball, but brings up 3rd down, so St.
yeah,
Mary's have a choice.
not a bad throw there
Excellent.
by Matty Tucker, but just well defended on the play. And
Well defended,
so-
and we'll look for more deep threats
Bamako
like
to kick
that.
off, or to punt.
won't be the last time we see Matty Tucker air it out, I'm sure.
Oh.
So we're going to get a punt here from
Good
Bamako.
snap.
It's a low
Spiral
spiraling
punt for a
kick,
quarter.
aimed for the corner, but stays in bounds. Korah's going to field it,
Oh,
and
Couple of nice moves before being tackled out of bounds.
that's 32.
great lick.
Is that
Out of
Maverick
bounds.
Corboy Beatty?
28 Ronan
Thought that was-
Provenzano with the carry.
That would have been a St.
Tackle by
Mary's
number
player.
22, Kian Derboka.
Oh no, that was sorry.
22 Kian Derboka on the tackle.
It
out of
was
bounds.
Provenzano who fielded that, and apologies if we get some of these numbers wrong. Tough to see from up here. Korah's got the yellow jerseys with the white numbers. I'm going to have some words with Coach Tom Annett about getting some more contrast in those jerseys as I get older, Scott.
It might be the older eyes as well. Also having a little trouble. But Kian Derboka on the stop. Ronan Provenzano with a short return. They'll start deep in
First
their
and 10
zone.
Korah from about their own 20.
So from the 20-yard line, looks like Byron's going to
Hand off
hang
to
on to this
Thibodeau.
one. No, he hands off to Thibodeau. No, actually, I think
Great gang
Looks like
tackling nonetheless by St.
97,
Mary's.
Marcus Palumbo in on the tackle.
Marcus Plumbo getting credit for the tackle for
A
the
little bit help from
Knights
Seamus Parlow. They'll set up 2nd and long.
with Parlow assistant. 2nd and long coming up. 6:20 to go in the first quarter. Zeros on the board.
so. Thibodeau not able to get much on that play, just a pickup of a yard. St. Mary's doing a good job inside on Thibodeau.
Hand off to Byron. He gets to the outside.
Byron's going to get
Run out of bounds by Seamus
the
Parlow.
first down and then pick up another, looks like 10 yards on the play.
Seamus Parlow forced him out of bounds around the 40. We'll see where the spot is.
Good 15-yard run.
So
It'll be
Korah
first and 10,
doing
Korah.
some interesting things on offense here, some direct snaps to running backs handing off to quarterbacks.
Beautiful snap, though.
And we saw some of this in the game against Huron Heights, lining up with 3 backs in the backfield, and that's a direct snap to Byron. He's going to take it up the middle. He's got lead blocking from the other 2 backers. He's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards on the play.
Nick Carter with the
nice
tackle.
to see when you have so many options on offense. You can direct snap to the quarterback, direct snap to the fullback, tailback, and with so many options and so many threats, keeps St. Mary's guessing all the time.
Yeah, I mean, typically we just call that a shotgun snap when it's a direct snap, but Byron's not lined up behind center. He's actually lined up offset to the left. They've got Thibodeau lined up behind center in the more the true quarterback spot. So an interesting formation, and I know in that Huron Heights game that the Warriors maybe weren't ready for that. I don't think Korah had shown that offensive set up to that point. That was the first time we saw it. And that seemed to ignite their offense going to this 3-back shotgun set versus, you know, the more traditional Byron under center, which is what we've seen in the high school loop this year.
And holding your hand close to your vest, you know, gives that element of surprise and keeps defenses on their toes. So great job of Korah, a great program, nice polish in their execution.
Barella takes it.
So Barella gets the direct snap.
Gets to the outside, gets some good yardage.
Has some patience, follows some blocks.
Beyond the 45-yard line.
He's going to pick up about 18 yards. Or sorry, check that. He's going to pick up about 13 yards.
Brandon Vecchio, Keandre Boca with the tackle for St. Mary's.
The first down.
Inside St. Mary's territory to the 42. Keandre Boca. Vecchio also in on the stop. A big shout out to all my friends in Botswana who are watching live. Enjoy a cold beverage for us, and we'll see you soon for turkey.
So Korah moving the ball well here after they were forced to punt on their first possession. Ooh, a little bit of a miscue there in the backfield. Thibodeau
eventually brought down
catches the bobble
snap. After 4 good hard yards.
He's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6.
Could have been
Colts.
Disastrous. Bad snap, bounced off Thibodeau's helmet. He was able to corral it, haul it back in, gain 4 on the play. So brings up 2nd and 6.
It's a big ask of the center. He's got to know which back he's snapping the ball to. You know, is it going to the middle, going to the right, going to the left? It's a bit of a tricky offense. And like I said, big ask for the center. He snaps to Barella. Barella goes over that right side.
Brought down by Seamus Pardo. He gets some help from a couple others.
2-3 yards is all they can muster on the play.
Not enough for a first down.
Pardo in on the tackle.
Gain of a couple will bring up a third and 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. Maybe an opportunity for some trick play, but Korah has a decision to make here. No new staff coming in, so it looks like they might be going for it.
And the advantage of this formation is St. Mary's at this point. You know, that's where Thibodeau typically kicks from. Same formation. So no idea whether a punt's coming or a play's coming. And with gunners,
3rd and 4.
If they punt, those gunners can get downfield and cover that ball.
And we have a flag.
And St. Mary's looks like they went offside.
Appears to be offside.
Unless they were drawn offside, it's going to be a penalty against 22. Keandre Boca, but we'll see what the referees call on the play. Speaking to the Korah captains, looks like.
It's Korah with the hard count.
Korah with the hard count wins the battle.
They're going to earn a first down the easy way.
A penalty against St. Mary's Knights. It'll be first down, Korah.
Those are defensively, those are killers, right, for St. Mary's?
Absolutely. Moving the sticks is what Korah wants to do, and you get a free chance. Take the momentum and let's see what they do with it.
Gabe Byron with the direct snap.
To the right.
He tries to go right
we
again.
We do have a tackle by number 21, Nick Vecchio. We also have a flag on the play.
Nick Vecchio on the tackle. Yep, flag on the far side. Run right.
St. Mary's doing a good job of containing the big gain here.
Looks like we have a hold on the play.
The last couple of series.
Got a few gains to the outside, but for the most part, St. Mary's been able to stuff the run, forcing some different play calls by the Colts. But again, with so many weapons.
Waiting for that counter punch, that end around. You know, that's what Korah will do. They'll go right. And when they think they've got the defense guessing,
that's gonna back them up.
They'll come back left
That'll be a
to the wide side of the field.
20.
And don't be surprised if you see Byron looking to pass once they set up this run. Maybe a little play action, but penalty against the Colts brings them back to first and 20. Got a deep set wide out in motion.
And like you said, there it is.
There's that screen pass.
Little short screen to
Thibodeau.
He's got blockers, and he's going to get a chunk of that yardage back.
Gain of 12.
Trips him up.
Landon Trecarton on the tackle. Landon, whose brother Darren
trips him up. Carter
played in our junior game this morning, or this afternoon.
Second and about 8 or 9.
Big shout out to Kira Jensen, sister, who is cheering on both her brothers today. Student at my school. Enjoying the game tonight.
So 2nd and 9 for the Colts.
Handoff to Barella.
Handoff is to Barella.
He gets a seam.
He finds a little
Brandon
bit of a seam, gets upfield about
close to first down yardage.
7 or 8 yards. Looks like he's going to be close to that first down marker.
And a great pace to start our game today. We have 2:47 left in the first quarter. Time's marching on, and so are the Colts down the field. Looks like it brings up a 3rd and inches. So, again,
3rd and a very short one for
I
Korah.
would expect a rush up the middle, but
yeah, Byron under center now. He's actually going to take the ball away, and he's going to get stopped.
St. Mary's with the sack.
Carter stops him first with help.
Nick Carter.
By number 79.
I think that
that
was a gamble there by Korah. They thought they would catch St. Mary's trying to stop that inside quarterback sneak, especially, that's the first time Byron was under center since the first series. And instead of just diving forward over the center, they try to pull it away and come left with it. St. Mary's did not bite on that. Good play and good discipline by the St. Mary's defense, and they earned the turnover on downs. They'll scrimmage 1st and 10 from the 29.
And again, from the Vegas odds, 3rd and inches, you're expecting it straight up the middle, especially with a back like Caleb Thibodeau. So they tried a little misdirection, running the end around, but well defended by St. Mary's.
3-man front for Korah now. And it's going to be a pass for St. Mary's. That's going to come to Trudeau.
Matty Tucker's pass goes to Jaden Trudeau.
Ball out, but I think they rolled it down. Ethan Carchidi on the stop.
51.
Pass made to Jaden Trudeau. Carchidi again on the stop.
Trudeau picks up 8 yards on the play.
And 2 for St. Mary's.
And I thought in that first game they really didn't try to find Trudeau very much. And I suspect that they're going to try to spread the ball around a little bit more in this one.
And it should allow some of the receivers for St. Mary's to be open because they like to double on Bambako as the primary threat. But ball's up in the air.
That one is tipped. Looked like it was intercepted, but a good pop there to knock the ball loose. And it falls to the turf, ruled incomplete.
31 West Pomeroy almost with the interception. Went up for the ball, had it in his hands. So St. Mary's defender stripped it away. Matt Malcolm on the stop, or else it would have been
set up 3rd and
yellow ball
2 for St.
in
Mary's.
the St. Mary's territory.
Good defensive play, though, just to get a hand up and tip that ball up and over the St. Mary's receiver. 3rd and 2 here. I don't know. Do you go for it here?
I don't go for it.
I wouldn't
especially with Korah working the ball the way they do, but ball is snapped.
He's going to play it safe, punt that ball away, use the leg of Bambako, and that's going to turn out okay for them.
St. Mary's bounce.
And
recovered by Seamus
I think they're going to say that was not touched by the Korah back. The flag thrown immediately. And so I think despite the celebration by St. Mary's, I think that one's going to be Korah football.
Why the flag on that?
Well, it's effectively a no yards, right? If the Korah player hasn't touched it, and that's what they're going to have a conversation about. Did anyone see whether the Korah back it looked like he tried to field it, but then it hit the turf, bounced past him. If it touched him, it's a live ball. If it didn't touch him, as soon as St. Mary's goes down and covers it, it's a dead ball. It's a no yards call. So we'll see what the referees determine.
And for my eyes, I didn't see it hit the receiving team, so I think it'll be.
I didn't either, but I will admit that I'm too far away to really know. And
And our boys with the stripes have a better eye and closer vantage point, so we'll wait for their call.
So at the end, we do have a block in the back.
Block in the back, call
Korah
on the play.
will take over, looks like their own 5-yard line.
So I think the block in the back and the no yards kind of negate each other.
What could be best described as a St. Mary's bounce.
And that pins Korah deep in their own end of the field. They have the ball on the 5-yard line, 1st and 10, in the shadow of their own goalpost with 1:07 to go here in the first quarter. And we've got zeros on the board, so.
And a great play to make the call to punt, because if you're going to, St. Mary, or Korah is going to get their yards, so you want to make them start with a long field if you're going to let them march, or they're going to impose their will to march. You're going to make them come a long way. So.
And this field position making Coach Jimmy Monaco look like a genius for that play call.
Absolutely, and with a big leg like Bambako, it's a good decision, according to this humble opinion.
Yeah, I just wondered if, it's a 0-0 game. It's only 2 yards. Maybe you make a statement by going for it, getting it, give your offense a bit of a boost. But that definitely is a safe play. It's the odds-on play, and turned out right. That's why I'm up here and I'm not on the sidelines.
Risk reward, and unfortunately for St. Mary's, they got a bounce in their favor, pinning Korah back to the 5, and long way to travel. But let's see if the defense can hold up. Let's see what the Korah offense has in store for us.
Big hole there. And Korah on their first play picks up about 15 yards, trying to get a number there.
Big hit on the play. Number 6, Pucci.
23, Cole Barbo.
That's Cole Barbo.
Oh, sorry, Parlo on the tackle, I believe, if it's number 6.
Yeah. So Barbo on the carry, Parlo on the tackle, but a first down for the Korah Colts, and they get some breathing room from their own end zone. Ball marked down at the
1st and 10 Korah.
21-yard line.
After a good 15, 16
Byron under center now.
21.
He's going to hand it off inside.
Going up the middle.
And that's not going to go too far. A couple of yards maybe on that carry.
Tackled for St. Mary's, looks like number 91, Noah DeValentin.
91, Noah DeValentin on the stop.
Cole Barbo again
and
with
that
the
was
carry
Barbo
for Korah,
again with the carry.
And about 8.
And again,
Barbo's going to get a rest.
Cole Barbo. So another feature back in the Colts offense. And with so many weapons, it's nice to keep them fresh and keep running them towards you. 18.1 seconds. We'll have a couple more plays in the first quarter rather. We've got a 0-0 score here. The referees are conferring. I don't know if there's a flag on the play.
Not sure what the conversation is about at this point.
Maybe just huddling, cuddling, and staying warm.
Just trying to stay warm, yeah. Seem to have come to a resolution on this. Trying to get a signal.
Mentioned the name Seamus Parlo, and we're going to hear his name quite often as a big defensive piece of the St. Mary's Knights defense. Of course, his uncle John Parlo was a ball hawk in his days at St. Mary's. So, fun to watch.
Here we go, 2nd and 8.
His dad, Mike, we saw earlier coaching the St. Mary's junior team, offensive coordinator there. So,
of course,
football in the family with the Parlos.
Sault Ste Marie touch football legend.
Big run there.
Even bigger
Korah.
That was 2nd and 9.
I think that was Barella on the carry.
Did they get enough for the first?
He gets most of it. Looks like he's close, and they're going to call that a first down for Korah Parlo on the tackle.
First down yardage.
And a whale of a hit by Parlo. You could hear it up here in the booth. And again, not a great big kid, but solid and packs a punch.
The first quarter.
So first down from the 31 of Korah. Trying to march down, score the game's first points.
Last play of the first quarter.
St. Mary's, will see if they have something to say about that.
Here comes that end around to the left. St. Mary's well defended.
20 Lander to Carton.
But they're going to pick up about 6 on the play. Bring up a 2nd and 4.
Lander to Carton to on the tackle. And again,
Barella again with the
from
carry.
The first game of the season against Korah, you're seeing a whole different defense. The old mindset of gang tackling and many hats on the ball. Korah's going to get their yards. They have a great offense, but St. Mary's doing a nice job shutting those down or limiting them to limited yardage on those outside runs.
Yeah, I think if you're St. Mary's at the end of one period of play, you got to be pretty happy with zeros on the board. You know, these are two offenses that can put points on the board, so I don't think we're going to see zeros for too much longer. But St. Mary's, I think, has to be. You know, if I'm the coach of St. Mary's, I'm happier than if I'm the coach of Korah. I think Korah wants to come out, put points on the board early and often, and believes that they can. If you're St. Mary's, I think you're happy that your defense has been able to hold them so far in this game.
Well, St. Mary's is definitely the underdog, and everybody loves an underdog, and let's see if they can hold on.
Second down, Korah.
Make a turnover on downs.
Give is
Right
inside.
Number 23, Cole Barbo.
Looks like Barbo's going to be close to
Again,
a first
close to
down.
yardage.
I think they'll get it.
I think the spot looks like it's
Matheson
or
and
at least
Carter
close
on the
enough for
tackle. for St.
favorable.
Mary's.
Grant Matheson in on the
I
tackle.
thought that was a pretty generous spot, actually. I
Absolutely.
think maybe got an extra half yard on that spot. But either way, I think it was a first
and
down.
10,
So
Korah from their own 42-yard line.
Grant Matheson, great defensive player. You hear his name called a lot too.
pretty decent goalie, too.
Very flexible for a big man and a mean defender. Ball's
Back
in the
to
air.
pass.
Wide open.
Wide open and dropped.
Number 8, Ethan Scott, wide open.
Ethan
Follows
Scott.
it.
Ethan Scott wants that one back. He had nothing but pay dirt ahead of him. Must have been a blown coverage on the St. Mary's side.
Yeah, for sure. That he snuck in behind the defense. Usually Scott coming from either the tight end or the slot position, and obviously a blown coverage there. There's nobody anywhere near him, and I think he had a little bit too much time to think about that ball.
And sometimes
He
it's
certainly
better.
wants that one back.
Sometimes it's better to be in traffic when you don't have time to think and see it in. But Ethan
Sets
Scott
up
would have
second
had
and
a
10 for
definite
St.
six
or
with
for
that.
Korah.
With his long legs and the speed, he could have been to the house. So St. Mary's dodges a bullet.
Reverse number
Double
12,
handoff. Barella.
He gets some daylight.
He's going to make a couple players miss.
Eventually brought
Still on
down
his
by number
feet.
22.
Going to get brought down at about the St. Mary's 36-yard line.
Ethan Aruda.
That's a big
Good for
gain.
about 10, 20, 35 yards and a first down.
And that hurts.
About a 30-plus yard gain.
Great scamper.
Yeah, that inside handoff, or that double handoff there, we hadn't seen that. It's a bit of a staple of this offense. They don't go to it that much, but St. Mary certainly has seen it before. We haven't seen it yet tonight, and it goes for big yardage on that play.
And with this big play capability for both these offenses, I wouldn't go anywhere. Do not go to the fridge. Do not go to the concessions till
Thibodeau to the left
halftime,
side of the line.
because you may miss
Gets a
something
couple of good hard
fantastic.
yards.
Well, maybe the fridge. But Thibodeau
Looks like Grant
picks up
Matheson with the tackle for
maybe
St. Mary's.
3 on the
Sets up
play.
second and 8.
Looks like 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Colts as they are marching. Remember, this drive started at the Korah 5-yard line, and they have proceeded to move it down the field.
And Caleb Thibodeau is starting to catch his stride, catching a few yards, 2-3 on every play.
And there's the handoff on that
28.
Big stop on
end
second
around
down.
to
with the
Provenzano.
carry.
And he just
He's
can't
tackled for
find
loss by
any
number
room on that
20.
play.
Landry Trecarton.
They're flooding the right
That'll
side
set up.
every time they see Provenzano coming across the backside of that
Third and
offense.
long for
Landon
Korah.
Carton on the stop. And again, the St. Mary's push from the defensive line, and the backers rolling up. Great job to stuff Ronan Provenzano on that play. Bringing up a 3rd and 8.5. It's going to be a decision time again for Korah.
They're taking their time with this decision, too. Offense looking to the sidelines for the call. And checking the armbands.
Call is in, waiting on the snap.
Is Thibodeau going to punt this? He is.
Another quick kick to the
Little
left.
quick kick. Gunners
And it
try to
ends
get
up out of
down and
bounds.
cover, but it's going to go out of bounds inside the 20-yard line
St. Mary's will take over
for
in their
St.
own
Mary's. And another turnover, St. Mary's. After a pretty sustained drive, they bend, but they don't break. And that's got to be good news for the Knights.
Absolutely. So now we get to see this high-powered offense. I'm anxious to see Danny Guzzo getting the ball in the backfield. See if they can mix up the run with the pass. And again, so many options at Maddie Tucker's disposal. We'll see what St. Mary's can mount here with 8:42 left in the half.
Korah still trying to get some players on the field, looks like. Lineman joining it a little bit late here. That one, a little screen.
Quick throw to Bombacco.
Pass to
He gets about
Bombacco.
15 yards before being brought down.
Fun to watch. Fun to watch. Lots of yards after the catch. Bombacco on a screen or a hitch pass.
Yeah, a little hitch there.
Esposito,
Had 3
56 for
blockers
Korah
with
the
him.
tackle.
The corner saw that play developing and tried to get up, make a play on it, but just too many blockers out there for St. Mary's, and the rest of the Korah defenders too late to get out and hold Bombacco to anything less than a first down. So St. Mary's positive yardage on their first play here in this series.
32.
Motion in the backfield now.
Matty
It's a
Tucker with the
handoff.
Gives it to, looks like, Lutzi.
And Lutzi
Lutzi with a
gets
nice
some
gain
big
on the
yards
play.
before being brought back.
Lutzi's going to get 5 or 6
We're going to give the
on that
tackle to
play.
number 26, Lucas Malcolm.
Somebody grabbed a jersey there, but you're not going to stop Lutzi holding the jersey.
Lutzi had a tough week. Wasn't feeling well early in the week. Rebounded to practice yesterday and felt ready to go. Coach puts him in.
Second and
Go to tailback.
5 for
Big
St.
part of
Mary's.
this offense. Let's see what he's going to do today. We're looking forward to a big night for number 4.
Yeah, I like that play call too.
Number 5, excuse me.
Going with that hitch pass and then coming back with Lutzi inside. St. Mary's doing a good job of mixing it up. It's more motion in the backfield. Quick pass outside. St. Mary's going to have to do more of that quick
pass,
passing
right
with the
inside
pressure
is
that
complete.
Korah likes to get on the quarterback. Not much of a gain on that, but a completion. Good for Tucker. Give him a little confidence.
Not enough for the first down, but bringing up a third down decision to make.
Carchidi in on the tackle.
3rd and
Carchidi
3.
with the stop.
For St. Mary's. That's
3rd
up
and
3rd
3. Looks like we're coming in with a punter. Again, confidence is
81
everything,
Jack
especially for a
McPherson
young
with the
quarterback.
catch, short gain.
Jack McPherson on the
Third and
reception.
about 3 or 4 for St. Mary's. Looks like they have the punt team out. Daniel Bombacco back to punt. Barella back to receive for Korah.
Speaking of McPherson, we'd like to give a shout out in Mexico to Uncle Mark, eating his avocados from Mexico. Holy
And that
moly,
one bounces
guacamole,
away
what a
from-
great punt.
Yeah, that one bounces away from Barella
Ball takes another St. Mary's ball.
He's gotta dive on
all
it.
he could do was fall on it,
at about the 27-yard
on
line.
and around the 27-yard line.
Be remiss to say hello to Candace as well, watching from sunny Cabo Wabo.
And Drake?
1st and 10,
And
Korah.
Drake. Can smell him from here. Another great bounce for St. Mary's, so it looks like we have the luck of the Irish on our side today. Korah is going to set up about the 26-7-yard meter line, and they're going to start their drive with a full backfield.
6:33 left in the first half.
Korah back to that
Look at the
direct
pass.
snap set. It's going to be a pass.
Looking
And
for Barella.
Barella
Nice
pulls it
catch.
in. It's going to be a flag for
Barella
pass
holds it down.
interference
We
on
do
the
have a
play.
flag on the play.
That was Brandon Vecchio in coverage. He was in phase, but I don't think he got his head turned around to look at the quarterback.
Nope.
And Barella had a pretty good beat on that ball. Manages to go up and reel it in. Nice catch there. Pretty good ball by Gabe Byron, too.
Pretty good ball. If he'd let him a little more, I think Brandon Becky was beat on the play, made a nice adjustment to get back and
32-yard
tried to
catch
break it up.
by Barella.
Excellent catch.
Yeah, and Barella got turned around a little bit on
First
that. It
down.
was pretty impressive that he was able to get a beat on that ball and haul it in.
He adjusted too well with Vecchio in his face and made a nice catch. The flag on the play was probably picked up after the gain. First down, they're still moving the sticks.
Direct snap to Byron. He runs for almost 10 good hard yards.
So Byron's going to pick up close to a first down here. We'll have to see where they mark it.
Paulo and Vecchio
No,
with the tackle.
not quite.
Good 7 yards, sets up 2nd and 3
Second
for
and-
Korah.
2nd and 3 for the Colts. Some misdirection on that snap. Thibodeau is going to take it. He's going to rumble forward for
brought down after the first
7 or 8 yards and a first
line.
down for the Colts.
And with Caleb Thibodeau, you don't want to poke the bear.
Marcus Palumbo with the tackle for St. Mary's.
This young man plays football with the motto, this isn't a contact sport, this is a collision sport.
1st and 10, Korah.
And he is mean and he is able, so St. Mary's will have to shut him down.
And when he gets the ball in his hands, it's like the field all of a sudden tilts at about a 15-degree angle.
And he can smell blood.
Thibodeau lead blocking on this play, but they're going to have that
handoff
reverse to Barella. Barella's going to pick up about half the distance. There's a flag at the end of that play. That'll be a rough play or a objectionable conduct or something, I think. I don't think it was directly related to the play. It came in late, so we'll have to see what that is.
Let's stick with OC because
Brandon Vecchio with the tackle.
The other call,
but again, we do have a flag.
As it gets colder, will be hard to pronounce. Objectionable conduct. In scores out of town, guys, our fearless leader has indicated that the Sioux Greyhounds are leading the London Knights. 15 minutes left to go in the second by a score of 1-0. And the Sioux Thunderbirds up 1-0 against the Sioux Eagles in the first intermission. Be sure to stay with us here. We got the game of the week, the Friday Night Lights, St. Mary's Knights Seniors versus Korah Colts.
After the first down.
0-0, 4:58 left in the second quarter. First half winding to a close. Some great ball here. Thanks for tuning in.
About 20 for
10-yard penalty on Korah after the first down line was gained, so 1st and 20. Korah.
Correct snap to Provenzano.
Provenzano gets the direct snap. He's going to rumble forward for about 3 yards
Looks
on the
like
play.
99, Matheson,
second and a long way to go.
Kian Derboka.
Matheson and Derboka combine on the stop.
Sets up 2nd and long for Korah.
4:35 to go here in the first half. Still zeros on the board between these two teams.
Number 28, Ronan Provenzano on the carry. Very dedicated ball player, dedicated athlete, loves to hit the gym, stays in great shape, great student. As are many of these players.
Thibodeau goes up
he gets 6
to corral that,
being brought down.
hands it off
Ethan Arruda
to
with
Jesse Barella. And Barella is going to get just over the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and about 10 for Korah. Jan, you mentioned Ronan Provenzano. I had the pleasure of coaching Ronan when he was in grade 10, played offensive line, another kid who he'll play wherever you ask him to play, and he's that kid who's at the end of the drill wants to do one more. Can I do one more, coach? Can I do one more, coach?
And it always pays off.
10.
3rd down. And 10, we got a little kick short.
Little pooch.
Retrieved by number 4, which is
Picked
Darian
up by
Pucci.
number 4, Darian Pucci.
And that was a sneaky one. That was Barella that had that little pooch punt there. Typically it's Thibodeau. So Korah mixing things up there.
And again,
but Mary's not fooled.
Jonah Pavoni.
A little far for
Marcus
out of
Graham.
field goal range, but trying to catch St. Mary's Knights napping with a gunner.
Over 1st and 10.
Darian Pucci with some nice hands. Must be hereditary. His father Stan, quite a receiver in his day.
So St. Mary's will take over 1st and 10 from the 26. Sorry, not 1st and 26. That would be
love you, Stan.
A tough accomplishment. I'm sure Stan is tuned in, either
tuned out
here live, tuned in and tuned out, possibly.
Yeah, enjoying a cigarette, and just a reminder that Laura's out of tamales, so
Tucker looking to pass
looking for another shipment from Stan Pucci. Pass intended for Trudeau on the play, number 14, broken up by Korah Colts.
That one knocked away by Wes Pomeroy.
Excellent defensive play.
Pomeroy, an excellent baseball player as well.
All these multi-sport athletes, a la Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, and Kevin Hemsworth.
One of these kids does not fit.
Tucker rolls.
Nice catch.
Gets it to Daniel Bambako.
Bambako pulls it in. Go ahead, Kevin.
Nice throw to Bambako there, but Karkidi, excellent coverage there and makes the stop on Bambako. And
Now
that's,
set up 3rd and 10
if you're
for St.
going to
Mary's.
stop Bambako, that's how to
2:52
do it. You've got to be right there when he catches the ball, because if you have separation, or if he gets separation, he's going to make you miss most of the time.
Absolutely. And Karkidi again on the tackle. A
That's
cousin
a 3-minute
Caleb
warning for the
Thibodeau.
half.
And
Looks like
both
Pure
great athletes,
and-
wonderful kids.
I want to say Provenzano.
And the athletic side comes from mums Nancy and Anna. So
Karkidi
shout out to them.
having a heck of a game so far.
Leading his
for the
team in
Colts.
tackles so far.
Back for
Okay.
Korah.
Caleb Thibodeau on the offensive side. And the
Bambako to kick
boys in the
for St.
dog
Mary's.
pound. Let me hear you over there. Sitting in the backyard, enjoying some refreshments. Team needs
So
a
we
little
got
boost. Pick it up.
Stoppage in play here. St.
St.
Mary's
Mary's
is
called
going
a
to
timeout.
call a timeout with 2 minutes and 33 seconds to go. I'm a little surprised at the 0-0 score here. I thought we would see some points on the board at this stage of the game.
If I was playing pro line, I would have expected at least a couple touchdowns at this juncture. So we are quite surprised, but the defense have come to play. They've obviously made some adjustments on both sides. Watching game film from the previous game, none of these offenses quite able to get unhinged yet, but it's only a matter of time. One play will break for either team, and when it comes, it'll come in flurry.
Yeah, here's hoping at this point that you took the under, but want to thank sponsors ADSB and HSCDSB, both of these schools from each of those respective school boards, for their support, and want to remind you to hit the subscribe button on the Saultsports.com YouTube channel, or the Saultsports TV YouTube channel, and you'll get notifications every time we go live with a game, whether it be football or basketball. Lots of action this fall. So happy to be back on the field, in the gyms, after a couple years away. That kick is high and
Bambako
out of
gets under with a high
bounds.
kick.
And I don't
Looks like
think,
it's out
I
of
think
bounds
Bambako
around
would like
40.
to have that one back,
Oh.
as Korah's going to take over
About the 40.
at about the 40-yard line.
Says Phil Bambako. So Bambako wants that one back again. A little short, but he'll count on his defense here with 2:27 to stem the tide here and hopefully go into halftime at the break with a 0-0 tie.
And just before halftime, we'll mention that Team Essentials and Domino's Sault Ste. Marie have agreed to sponsor our high school Players of the Game. The Player of the Game program will see a player from each team awarded Players of the Game. We'll announce that with around this much time remaining in the game. So there's about just over 2 minutes left as Korah runs inside.
23
Tough
for
running.
Barbo.
Looks like Cole Barbo is going to pick up 6 or 7
Gets a couple yards
yards
before being brought down.
on that first down play. And it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Colts.
And I think you're going to see the Korah Colts try to run out the clock, get some positive yards, try to score on the last possession of the game, the half, take a lead
Looks
into
like
the
Pucci in on the tackle.
halftime.
2nd and 3.
2:10 to go. 2nd and 3.
Byron's going to hand off. There's that
Reverse
double
to
handoff. Barella's going to get met
He's met right away.
in the hole. And that
Looks like
is
99
Grant
Johnny
Mathewson.
on the spot.
Grant
Stays
Mathewson having
home.
nothing to do with that. Great misdirection, but Mathewson great to stay home and contain inside, bring down the carrier for
1 yard gain sets up 3rd
what
and 2
brings
for
up
Korah.
3rd and 2. So do we see the short kick again, or are they going to go for it on?
I think they're going to go for it here with a minute
Absolutely.
53 to go. They want points
Great
on
work,
the board.
Coach. My thoughts
Under
exactly.
center. Going to try to draw them off with the count.
Worked before.
Put the ball in the hands
28
of
Provenzano.
Provenzano, and he's going to get enough for the
Gets some
first
good
down. I think he picked up
positive yardage before being brought back.
about 5
Tackle number
yards
6.
on the play with his
Seamus
forward
Parlow, a little
progress.
bit of help
Parlow,
from-
pretty good tackle on that one.
Looks like Landon Trecarton. That'll be a first down, Korah.
Landis Carton on the tackle. And again, in our earlier game, if you were with us, I had mentioned that when they move the first down sticks, that the ball or the clock should start at the snap of the ball. Jim Monaco advised me that it's incorrect. As soon as it's blown in, the clock starts. So you might see the hurry up
Passes
offense.
up.
Big pass here. We'll see whether he can come down with it. He
Nice
does.
catch. Good for about 15 yards.
Into double coverage. Good ball there. Trying to catch a number on the reception.
Looks like the pass for number 8, Ethan Scott, was caught.
Ethan Scott comes down with that one. See, he had too much time on that earlier play. That one, didn't have time to think about it. Defenders all over him, and he comes up with the catch.
And that was a big play by Ethan Scott to catch the ball.
14.
Even better to hold on after a big lick from Brandon Vecchio.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 14, it looks like.
And you can expect a big dose of Thibodeau here.
Korah taking their time, clock ticking, down to a minute.
And again, they don't even want to give St. Mary's 7 seconds. So that's all it might take to make the end zone.
Gain of about 5 on the play there.
Grant Matheson with the tackle.
By,
Looks like Barella with the carry. Gets some
I think that was
decent yardage.
Barella.
Sets up 2nd and about
Barella's
4.
the carry. Matheson on the stop. Matheson all over the field. Putting lots of highway miles on, getting the steps in today. All right, 53
Korah's
seconds.
called the first timeout. 53 seconds left.
So
in
a
half.
timeout for the
Just
Korah
reminder,
Colts
the
with
concessions right
53
below us are
seconds
open.
to go. We'll take
Hot and
a
cold
minute here
beverages
to
and various snacks.
mention a couple more of our sponsors. GFL Memorial Gardens, a sponsor of the high school broadcast. We thank them for their support. KISS 100.5 and Country 104.3. We established in the junior game that when Scott's not listening to country tunes on his 8-track, that he may have Country 104.3 rocking in the truck. And that could possibly be what's playing in the background over across the way, the folks tuning in from the backyard. But we want to thank KISS 100.5 and Country 104.3 for their support of high school sports and high school football here in Sault Ste. Marie. So thank you. Thank you, thank you. And 53.1 to go here in the first half. A scoreless game. Korah threatening, looking to put points up on the board late here in the first half.
And I'll explain to you, Kevin, why I listen to the 104 at high volumes. As I drive a 2005, once my muffler fell off, it would cost me $500 to fix. I bought some big speakers for $200, turn it up, and I'm rock and rolling down the highway.
Sounds like a good plan.
Doesn't sound like a good plan at all, but it's all I could afford.
Bob Hemsworth endorsed that plan.
Brought to you by Bob. Shameless plug for Dad.
He's retired. I don't need to plug him. Byron under center, 53.1 to go.
Oh,
Hands it off.
Here we go.
Blockers
Hand
in
off to
front.
Barella.
Barella looking to turn the pads upfield. He does. He's going to get into the end zone. No, he's going to get
Taken
stopped
down
just short.
of the short of the end
Looked
zone.
like momentum took him into the end zone, but the knee came down. I
Looks
think
like
they're going to
he's
mark him
going
down
on
at
the
about the 2 or the 3 yard line. And
Hard to tell up here, but looks like Nick Carter with the touchdown saving tackle. 45 seconds.
45.4
left
seconds
in the half.
left in the half. Nick Carter on the stop.
Nick Carter with the stop, which is impressive
Good
because they
enough
had
for a
about
first down,
2
but it'll be first and
leading
goal.
blocks out there.
Korah
Looked like he had the corner.
From St. Mary's
Turned it back in
2-yard line.
to Carter. Made a big stop.
St.
So-
Mary's doing a good job of taking away the sidelines,
They certainly are.
containing.
Let's see if they got one more stop in them.
The snap, handoff. We've got
Ronan
the running
Provenzano
back,
carries it in for
Provenzano,
the touchdown,
flag
but
to the
there's
left.
a flag on the play.
but no touchdown signaled, so I'm going to guess that's
St. Mary's
pretty
open.
good evidence that Korah is going to get called.
St. Mary's hoping for the offside call. We'll see what the bosses think.
Well, the fact that both the line judges did not put their hands up to signal a touchdown when it was pretty
Now it's
clear
called a
that,
touchdown. I just saw the
was it? Okay.
penalties declined. Obviously, the penalty was against
All right,
St.
looks
Mary's.
like it is a
Score
touchdown.
is
So it is a
Somebody's on
touchdown
St.
for the
Mary's.
Colts. Took a
6-0
second to get
Korah.
us there, but points on the board. 6-0 for the Korah Colts with 26.5 seconds to go here in the first half.
And again, a big shout out to our referees who have called a great game so far. A few penalties, but well, generally well done. Colts in to try the extra point. Who's the kick?
Is it Barella kicking?
Koski is usually the kicker
Yeah. The kick is
Kick is
up
good,
and
7-0.
good.
for 7-0.
And
It
I
is
think that
Koski.
is Tykowski with the
Koski.
kick. And, of
We do have
course,
a flag on the play.
Koski had that kick blocked at the end of the game when they were down by 2 to Huron Heights. Of course, they did score the single. to lose that one 14-13, but I know he's probably had nightmares about that one ever since. So, not the kicker's fault when the kick gets blocked, but
looks like unsportsmanlike conduct against
we
St.
got a
Mary's.
flag on that play, unsportsmanlike conduct.
It'll be enforced on the kickoff
Against the Knights that will get enforced on the kickoff. 26.5 seconds to go, and the Colts up 7-0.
And once again, I was talking about the officials, and big shout out tonight to a neighbor, Brandon Hazelton, who's one of our line judges, and his family, his wife Katie, and his daughter Harper on the birth of young Logan, new baby brother for Harper. So big shout out to Brandon, Katie, and the family. All the best during this Thanksgiving weekend, and to all of you family and friends out there, and all our fans at High School Sports. A happy Thanksgiving. If you're traveling from near or far, make sure you travel safe. Get home to those you love and enjoy a great weekend of turkey and fellowship.
And of course, Brandon, outstanding player, I believe, for White Pines back in his playing days here. Went on and played in the OUA. I want to say Guelph. I hope I didn't get that wrong. Maybe Brandon can.
If you did, he'll remind you.
We'll see him in the backyard sometime, I'm sure. And he'll let me know. But a pretty good high school playing career here in the Sioux, and just one of many who moved on to have success at the next level as well.
So does Korah give St. Mary's a chance to run this back, or do they pick a corner and try to kick away from
I would be putting this one on the ground, just like they do. And
a nice job to recover.
Off by number 10, Nate Carter.
Nate Carter's going to just dive on that ball.
Nate Carter finally got his name called. Maybe we can hear his name in the second half. 25 seconds. St. Mary's has a chance. Maybe three plays to get off. We'll see if they can make some points and trim this lead by Korah 7-0.
Yeah, and a lot of high school teams with 25 seconds left might be content to take a knee. I don't think we're going to see that. I think with the vertical attack that St. Mary's is capable of, I think we're going to see them go to the air here. Of course, I've been wrong before, but I would suspect we're going to see them try to air this out a little bit, which should be fun. We got whistles.
Blown down immediately. That would probably be a move against St. Mary's. That'll bring them back a little further from the end zone, but Matty Tucker on the rollout. I imagine we'll see another play similar to that. The only thing St. Mary's doesn't want to fall victim to is a pick six going the other way. So let's make it
on St. Mary's. It'll back them up.
High percentage pass.
And they'll repeat first down.
If not, I'm sure that at 7-0 at the half, your coaches, Jim Monaco, Rob Zagordo, and Matty Tucker on the offense and defense would be happy to leave this one at the halftime with a 7-0 deficit. But
yeah, I got to agree with you. I think 7-0 if you're St. Mary's at the end of a pretty tough first half. I think if you'd asked them before the game if they wanted to be down 7-0, they'd have taken it. So a run play here, and that's swallowed up.
That's Bambaco on the carry. Try to get a few yards inside.
Hand off to Bambaco. He's met by number 59, Owen Trecarton. 17.8 seconds.
Owen Trecarton, of course, his brother Landon playing on the other side of the ball.
That is correct.
Like the Aruda boys, playing on different sides of the ball here in this contest.
St. Mary's is going to let the clock run down. That allows them one more play at the end.
So we don't see the aerial attack. We see.
It looks like they called the timeout with 1.6.
St. Mary's called timeout, 1.6 seconds.
So a chance for one more play. I think they're going to go for it all.
Hook and ladder.
Whatever.
Is there a little trickery
whatever's in the play
coming up? Or
I'm sure Mr. Zagordo won't tip his hand, but I'm sure with all his experience at Simon Fraser University, he may have something up his sleeve. So
we talked a little bit about St. Mary's being happy to go into the half 7-0. I can't imagine that this is the way that the Korah coaches drew this one up. I'm sure they knew they were in for a tough battle here tonight, but I think they would have hoped to see some more offensive productivity out of their squad in the first half here.
And again, let's hope St. Mary's has enough in the tank, because as you look across the field, you see a much shorter bench on the St. Mary's side. So maybe in the third and fourth, if St. Mary's gets tired, you might see the Colts offense able to impose their will a little more. But it's going to be a game. We're going to play it. and we'll see what comes. But,
yeah, Korah does that too, right? I mean, they rotate backs in and out. They can put different people in the game, big bench, so that depth certainly comes in handy late in the game, especially in cold weather. So a little pitch pass to Jaden Trudeau.
A few good yards, about 10 yards, eventually brought down.
Late start on the clock there, but I think that's going to take us down to the horn.
Gain of 6 on the play, but
Jonah Pavoni, that's the half.
St. Mary's runs out of time.
And we're going to head into halftime with the Colts up 7-0 on the St. Mary's Knights. We'll be back in 15 for the second half. Don't go anywhere. Kevin Hemsworth and Scott McPherson. We'll see you in 15. Welcome back to second half action from Superior Heights Field. We got one more half to go here. We had a good junior matchup earlier between the Knights and the Colts. Colts came out on top in that one, and they're up 7-0 here as we start the second half. Kevin Hemsworth here with Scott McPherson bringing you the action here tonight. And Scott, a little bit surprised to see 7-0 score on the board here as we start the second half.
St. Mary's got to be pleased. They may be surprised, but they came in expecting to do well and match up a little better than their first matchup with Korah. So I'm sure that they're smiling over there. Obviously, they want to come out with a win, so they got some work to do ahead of them, but they got to be quite pleased after the first half like that.
Yeah, and a credit to that St. Mary's defense that they bent a little bit, but they didn't break, and a late touchdown for Korah held them off the board for most of that first half. Korah scoring with just a couple minutes left in the first half. So good job by the St. Mary's defense. They're going to have to keep that up here in the second half and see if their offense, like they did in the first game between these two teams, where the St. Mary's offense kind of found a spark in the second half, started to get that air raid offense clicking. So we'll see if that is what happens here tonight. Squib kick eventually picked up by St. Mary's. And
before 5 yards of a return,
St. Mary's will take over from their 49-yard line. Pretty good field position for the Knights. They'll have the ball to start the second half.
Looks like 99 Grant Matheson with the return of 5 yards after a squib kick slid along the ground for the second time.
Getting it done all over the field tonight.
Well, he's got a good glove hand as a goalie and used two of them to put that back in and rumble forward for 5 yards. Looks like they'll start from their 49-yard line, 1st and 10.
He's used to catching pucks, so football's pretty easy to track, no?
Absolutely.
So Matty Tucker spins the ball, gets it out. Good catch there.
Matty Tucker with the pass to Nate Carter.
That's going to be caught by number 10, Nate Carter. His first target.
By number 51.
He makes good on the catch, picks up about 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 for the Knights. So
made a nice catch there. It looked like a timing route, and I was a little surprised to see it land in his breadbasket, but he squeezed it, brought it down for a gain of 6, bringing up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
I think that's a really good play call there. Very short drop for Tucker, spins the ball quick, gets it out before that core pressure can come. He's going to do the same here. Trudeau comes around the blocking.
We do have a flag on the play. Trudeau gets a boat.
Flag is out.
15 yards.
That's going to come back.
Play.
91. Noah DeValentin looked
McGregor.
Like a hold.
We do have a flag on the play.
But a nice execution. Swing out to the flats, and then Trudeau brought it back inside.
Came around the blockers. Trudeau clapping like maybe this is going the other way. So we'll have to see what the
referee is chatting with the captains of the Korah team, so I think it's going to back it up.
Against St. Mary's, so it does come back against the Knights.
A little overzealous DeValentin getting out and trying to do his thing, and unfortunately got his hand up, and otherwise a great play.
St. Mary's, looks like.
So the flag is after the first down
good.
Was gained, so it'll be 1st and 10.
So
St. Mary's,
1st and 10, St. Mary's
from the Korah 52-yard line.
Korah 52-yard line.
St. Mary's got to be happy with that after picking up the first down. Looking to run.
Korah into the St. Mary's backfield pretty quick there.
Braden Lutzy tackled for a loss.
Braden Lutzy with
Spencer
Hedrick.
Loss on the play.
Bust through the line, Johnny on the spot for 2 or 3 yard loss.
Spencer Hedrick gets credit with the tackle on that. Drew Esposito was in the backfield in a hurry, wreaking some havoc on the backside of that play. So good job by the front.
Brings up 2nd and 12. They might go to the air, it looks like. Empty backfield, Lutzy in motion.
Korah goes to the 3-man front, expecting that, and we've got a flags on the
Flag
play.
On the play. Looks like it's blown dead.
Blown dead immediately, so let's see what the call. Maybe delay a game or an encroachment. Anyway, looks like we'll redo the down.
See what this flag is about.
Referee's conferring.
We've got procedure Offside on St.
That'll back
Mary's.
them up a few yards.
We're going to go
Repeat,
back
second
5
down,
yards.
5 yards.
So it's going to be 2nd and
17.
18?
18? Call it 18. Yep. 2nd and 18.
Second and 18,
St. Mary's shooting
Mary's.
themselves in the foot a little bit, trying to get on the board to tie the score at 7 after Korah went out to the early lead in the first half. With a 7-0 lead now. 2nd and 18.
So definitely a passing down for St. Mary's. Empty backfield. Matty Tucker calls for the ball. He's going to
It's up.
Tucker
sends
Oh,
that
Tucker.
deep for
downfield.
Nate Carter.
Nate Carter not able to
Over
run
his
underneath
head.
that one. A little
Sets
bit
up
too
third
far
down.
for him.
Nice ball thrown by Tucker.
Carter had a step on the defenders. There were 3 of them there, but he was behind them all. And Tucker just needs to put a little bit more air under that ball, give it a chance, give Carter a chance to run under it. But
And Carter's
3rd
proven
and
in the past.
18. Sorry, go ahead.
Carter's proven in the past, if you get it anywhere near him, he's able to haul it in. Great young receiver, grade 11, played junior last year, and tore up the junior ranks. Now is just waiting to get his time in senior. So good things ahead for Mr. Carter.
And in a very talented receiving core. Hard to get the ball to everybody. Good
Better
kick
kick
there.
for Bambaco.
It's going to be
Daniel
fielded
Mabako with a nice kick.
by Provenzano. He's going to try to find some room. He finds
Caught
a
by
little
Ron
bit.
Provenzano. He comes back a few yards before being tackled.
And Korah is going to take over at the 26.
33,
Provenzano's
Kieran
slow to get up.
Juma with the tackle.
It looks like he's okay.
Juma, 33 on the tackle. After a short run back, nice kick by Bambaco,
Yeah,
setting
check
the
here.
Colts deep in their territory. Have to come a long way to score. St. Mary's College defense on the field again, and as much time as they spent on there, you're hoping that they have something in the reserve tank for a second half push here by the Colts.
Yeah, they have been on the field a lot in this game. We'll see if that
1st and 10, Korah from their own
shows up later
27-yard line.
as this half progresses. Byron under center. He's going to hand it off over the right side. Looks like Barbo
Nice
with the
run
carry.
by 23, Cole Barbo.
And Barbo
Gets
looks
close
like
to
he's
first
got
down
enough
yardage.
for the Colts first down.
Move the sticks.
Easton Joliker with the tackle for Korah. That's first down for Korah.
Joliker gets the stop
Easton
for the
Joliker,
Knights.
former St. Paul's Patriot. Now toiling for the senior St. Mary's Knights. Come a long way, having a great year.
So Korah back with this offensive formation where Byron is under center, split backs. And another handoff to the right
ball's
side.
out.
Ball's on the deck. Picked up on the run.
Provenzano with the carry.
A nifty
Fumbles
little
the ball,
play by
picks up his own
Provenzano.
fumble.
Gets a
Good presence
fortuitous
from
bounce
Benson,
there.
Tackle by number 74, Ethan Aruda.
And yes, I can spell fortuitous.
But it looks like Provenzano snuck into the St. Mary's locker room and grabbed the Lucky Rabbit's foot. Ball hit the deck and jumped back into his hands. Picked up another first down inside the St. Mary's, inside the St. Mary's territory at the St. Mary's 50.
Byron back under center. Hands it off to Provenzano.
There's a
Gives it
double.
inside. Double handoff. There's room there. And Barella is off to the
Touchdown,
races.
Korah.
Touchdown, Korah Colts.
There's that double reverse inside. And again, we said with that big play,
And that's the big play
Offense.
that the big play that St. Mary's
blocking in front of him.
prevented
Breaks the tackle.
for the whole
takes
first
it into the
half,
house.
and it bites
Good
them
50-yard
with
run.
7:59 to go here in the third quarter.
and they did such a nice job containing the ends pushing in, and unfortunately the backers bit up and weren't able to come up and make the stop. But give credit to this Korah offense, high-powered offense, big play capability, and the
Koski's kick
point
is up
after
and
is good by Koski. So
14-0 Korah.
extends 14-0 to the Colts for the lead. 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, and as much of this game as has been played, all of the points have been scored in the last 6 minutes, right? Korah not getting on the board till late in the first half, and then an early touchdown here in the second, and you wonder if that's going to take a little bit of the wind out of the sails of the Knights. I think this is going to be a pivotal drive for the St. Mary's offense. They're going to have to at least stay on the field and give that defense a little bit of a breather and get some momentum going on offense.
Absolutely, and it's as much your offense driving the ball as it is keeping your defense fresh. And if they give them a little pause right now, maybe they'll be able to withstand a late push by Korah. But down 2 scores, St. Mary's needs one desperately here.
So before this kickoff, we want to mention Saultsports photos. Administrators, coaches, parents want to enjoy the action on the field. Why not put the cameras down and leave the photography to us? Saultsports.com offers action and team photography for every sport. Bob Davies, the official photographer for Sioux Greyhounds, Sioux Thunderbirds, Sioux College Cougars, and Saultsports.com. And you can check out the freeze frame photos by Bob at www.saultsports.smugmug.com. So Maverick, Corboy Beatty with the kick.
Trudeau's got the ball, puts it on the ground.
Drops that one, but picks it back up. He's going to try to make something out of it, and he does. He's got some room, and he might go the distance.
But
there's a flag down.
Jaden Trudeau taking it to the house for the touchdown.
And a touchdown by Trudeau. We got a flag back at the 50-yard line.
Coach Monaco disagrees with the call. Looks like it might go against St. Mary's. That might come all for naught. But we'll see what the play on the field is.
And how many times have you seen that where the returner drops the ball and it's like everyone on the kicking team forgets their lanes, they forget their coverage, all they see is a ball on the turf, and they zero in on it, forget their responsibilities, and next thing you know, a guy's down the sidelines for a touchdown.
Looks like it's coming back, folks.
But this one's going to come back.
And that's a tough play because it looked like Jaden Trudeau would have scored regardless, so a flag away from the ball carrier. But it's coming back regardless. A little excitement on the St. Mary's sidelines for a short minute, and
looks like
here we are back to
St. Mary's.
Block on the back. We don't have a number.
Comes to the point of the foul, no touchdown. St. Mary's will take over.
It's a tough one for St. Mary's. It looked like for a minute they're right back to within a score. A big play for a team that could use a big play in this game. You feel like they're going to need something like that on special teams or a big play on offense or something to get that spark going.
So it'd be 15 yards from the spot of the foul, which was by the 50.
The offense takes over,
and we have another
more
flag
flags
on
on the field. And that's probably going to be an offside on the offense.
The Knights have been cheating death all day. They're forward.
Be offside against St. Mary's.
The receivers in forward motion have been close to that line on the snap for
5 more yards, so
many plays today. So it's caught up to them now. It's going to cost them another 5 and reset the yard marker at 1st and 15 from the 40. So again, moving backwards, we need to, or the Knights need to move forward and get a score here to trim the 14-0 lead.
Yeah, and those are the kind of penalties at this point in the season that you hope you don't see, right? They've had time to practice this, and you expect those in the first couple of weeks. But tough one for St. Mary's. 2 penalties on consecutive plays. Tucker back to pass, and that one is going to get tipped away by number 26. That's Lucas Malcolm making the defensive play.
With a good defensive play.
Matty Tucker had a little bit of time. Protection.
The ball was there.
Protection was giving a couple of seconds to get the ball down the field. Pass intended for, was it Bambako?
I wasn't sure if it was Bambako or Trudeau. I zeroed in on Malcolm.
Malcolm came across and made a nice play on it. So 2nd and 15 still. Again, Tucker will need a little bit of time.
2nd and 15
with protection
St. Mary's.
To find his guys, maybe check off, find a second receiver if the first isn't open. Let's see what they come up with 2nd and 15.
Receivers in motion towards the line.
He's on the run.
And protection breaks down.
Looking to roll out.
Tucker not able to get the ball out. He just throws that away.
Was in the area, incomplete. That'll set up 3rd and long.
Malcolm is the intended receiver, but running for his life. Tucker just looked to
not a lot of intent there. Just trying to survive on that play.
Being chased
as protection broke down up front.
So it looks like 3rd down, and that'll be a punting situation for St. Mary's with 6:57 to go in the
Daniel
3rd.
Bambako back to
Still a lot of
St.
game.
Mary's.
Bambako back to punt.
6:57 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Looks like Provenzano back to receive. Dewar also back, it looks like.
Yeah,
to receive the punt.
Dewar on the far, well, on the numbers on the far side.
Snap his night.
Provenzano on the hash on this side. The ball's going to go to Provenzano. He'll field that.
Great coverage.
There
it is.
Provenzano. He hits the brakes, but
Number
he's hit immediately.
5, Darian Pucci.
Looks like Seamus Parlow with the tackle.
Number 6,
Korah
my apologies.
And good job by number 20 there. Good disciplined play. Keeping that 5-yard halo. Yeah. He could have easily gotten inside that, but he didn't. So it's a good disciplined play there by Trecarton, covering on that punt. So Korah will take over at the 38-yard line with 6:44 to go here in the third quarter. 14-0 the score in favor of the Colts.
Great job by the St. Mary's cover team to limit the return. Taking over for Korah.
Quick handoff to Cole Barbo.
Nice run there by Barbo. Big hole
He gets first down
on the right side of that line.
Back.
Obviously, the Korah coaching staff seeing something over the right side of that line that they like, going to that well again.
Darian Pucci.
Looked like an off-tackle run with the cut back inside once the outside. Contain has been excellent on the St. Mary's Knights all day.
Yes.
Everything forcing back and Colts making yards where there were none. So
just
nice,
enough for a first down.
Running. So moving the sticks is what Korah is looking forward to do. Run that clock down, keep that defense on the field for the St. Mary's Knights, and they're executing their plan according to plan. Looks like an offside on Korah. That'll back them up 5 if the call is indeed offside. Going down right away.
There's a flag on the play, offside Korah.
So another flag, this one against the Colts.
That'll back them up 5 yards, repeat first down.
And they're going to go back 5. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 43-yard line. Byron under center. And he's going to pass.
Oh.
Swings it out.
Forward pass incomplete to 23, Cole Barbo.
Complete pass.
And he just didn't get squared around to his quarterback to catch that. Sailed through his hands.
It'll set up 2nd and long.
Defender was there for St. Mary's to make the tackle, but incomplete.
43.
Brings up 2nd and 15.
Yeah, Barbo had some room there if he manages to reel that in. But like you said, just kind of got turned around there and just couldn't get a beat on the ball. And it was on him quicker than I think he expected. Not able to come up with the grab there.
See if St. Mary's can stop it here.
Inside handoff. And that is going to go for about 14.
Nice run by Ronan Provenzano. Good for all.
To a first down. Provenzano's
going
to be about a yard short. Actually, the spot in the middle of the field is back closer to the midfield. And then it looked like maybe they split the difference on it.
That was advantage St. Mary's. I thought they were closer to the first down, but it
brings
up 3rd and 2 and got a decision
to make. 3rd and almost 3.
With that formation, you could see a kick, but I think they're going to run for it to keep the St. Mary's offense off the field.
No, they're going to go
wrong.
with the pooch punt. Thibodeau.
Who's back? Received.
And looks like it's fielded by number 21, Nick Vecchio.
That's Nick Vecchio.
He gets back a few yards.
Picks up
before being brought
maybe
down.
5 yards on the return.
And again, I was wrong, so maybe the coaches were thinking for St. Mary's that, like I was, that there wouldn't be a kick, but the Knights seem to be ill-prepared for those kicks, even though we've had about 4 of them in the game. So
I was a little surprised by it, too. I thought they might go for it around midfield there.
The way they've been marching the ball, I would have put my 2 cents in and ran the ball and try to gain the first down and keep that offense for St. Mary's, which, again, has been a little bit limited today, but has any chance to break out on any given play. So let's see what we've got in store for Matty Tucker Jr. and the boys.
Tucker looks to his left, spins a good ball, well defended there.
Looks like for number 13, Daniel Babacco under double coverage.
Pass into double coverage.
So that's Colaruda.
Pass is incomplete.
At corner. And then safety help over the top. I think that was 26, Lucas Malcolm, coming over to help.
So you
good
see that
coverage on that play.
Mbako comes in as one of the premier receivers in this loop in the senior football. So as often happens, draws double coverage. Matty Tucker with a beautiful ball, but throwing into two. Korah Colts come out ahead, bringing up 2nd and 10.
Tucker back again. He's looking left. He's going to pull it down and run, but
Tucker's going to run.
He is corralled close to the original line of scrimmage.
Dante Scaglione.
And that's going to be Scaglione with the tackle there. Not a sack. I think positive yardage gained on the play. Not much, though, about half a yard. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9.
And that deep in their own territory, it's not a chance to take a chance with third and virtually 9. So you'll see the punt team come on. Daniel Mbako, who's had a good game punting other than the one that was missed in the first half, having a great deal of success. So hopefully he'll pin the Korah Colts deep. Provenzano again back to return with Dewar on the right side. Low snap, almost
good
blocked.
Boot. That one goes
Great
to Jared
boot.
Dewar. And
back with a nice punt.
Looks like it goes through his hands and out of
Dewar.
bounds.
Takes a St. Mary's bounce and does go out of bounds.
And that'll be marked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. And that's where Korah will take over with 3:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. And you just feel like, you know, if St. Mary's is going to have a chance of winning this game, that they're going to have to make a play on defense, force a turnover, you know, just create an opportunity here on the defensive side of the field.
And I was expecting the Colts offense to be the difference, running off a lot of points and setting the tone. It seems to be their defense stopping the St. Mary's high-powered offense. And lots of game left, 3:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. But time is now for St. Mary's. So maybe something on defense, something to make it happen. Ball
there, just like we talked about, ball hits the turf. St. Mary's thinks they've got it. Don't see a signal yet, or at least an official one, but there it is. St. Mary's with the turnover.
And your turning point.
St. Mary's ball, 1st and 10.
Potential turning point there. St. Mary's going to have an opportunity inside the Korah end of the field.
Looks like Seamus Parlow recovers
the 30-yard line. Parlow
1st and 10, St. Mary's
jumps on the fumble.
From the Korah 30-yard line.
Parlow having another big game, and he's maybe the difference maker here. If we have a different outcome, we may look back at this as one of the big swings of momentum that will help St. Mary's. But Colts will obviously have a response to that as their defense comes out onto the field. Let's see what Matty Tucker's up to.
Tucker turns, looks like he's going to hand it off, tucks it, runs. Nothing doing there. That's a loss of 4 on the play
for a loss
for Matty Tucker. And that front group of Korah
looks like Spencer Hedrick, Josh Eder
causing a lot of trouble in the backfield.
Josh Eder and Spencer Hedrick on the tackle. Looked like a broken play to me. Tucker right from the snap looked like he was running for his life.
It looked like maybe it was supposed to hand off, and then the Colt defender was right there.
So
Tucker
that's up 2nd and about 14 for St. Mary's.
2nd and 14.
Tucker not getting much chance to.
Tucker, quick pass.
Throw down the middle of the field.
We do have flags on the
and that's going to draw a flag.
Pass
Nate
was intended for
Carter,
Nate Carter,
the intended
looks like
receiver.
There's a little bit of contact beforehand.
And
almost intercepted.
He ends up on the deck, almost picked off, but I think we're going to have pass interference on that play against Korah. So
I didn't see the play, but it looked like at the end the Colt defender maybe broke on the ball and made contact with Carter, causing the foul.
Yeah, I didn't see the contact either, but clear that there was some because Carter was face down on the turf. There were 2 Korah defenders in the area, so.
And the Knights will take the yards anyway they
there,
can get
but
it, through penalty or through.
Yep, and so it'll be 1st down.
Attack. So it's 1st and 10 St. Mary's. After the penalty spot, it looks like pass interference on the Korah Colts.
And the ball on the 19-yard line. So St. Mary's.
Ball is placed at the spot of the foul.
In the red zone.
10 St. Mary's from the Korah
with an opportunity
18-yard line
to cut this to 1 score.
18 yards to bring this to within 7.
And that
Tucker
ball sails.
The pass goes a little bit too high.
Over The
Looks like
outstretched
Jaden
arms
Trudeau
of
was the
Jaden
intended
Trudeau.
target.
Pass intended for Jaden
Trudeau
Trudeau.
jumps, still goes through his hand, sets up 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10 from the 18. You try it on the ground here, Kevin, or you stay in the air?
Well, my inclination would be to stay in the air, but maybe that's what Korah is expecting, and there's an opportunity on the ground. But that front group is just seems to be eating up the St. Mary's offensive line. Might be a middle screen if that's in the playbook.
Well, they have it in the playbook. They also have a swing pass.
Nice throw.
Nice pass to, looks
Nice
like
catch.
Nate Carter.
Nate Carter pulls it down.
Inside
at
the 5, that'll be
the
first
2-yard
and goal,
line.
St. Mary's. Beautiful
First and
catch
goal
by
Knights.
Carter. Holding on.
Once again, I told you about the big play capability of Mr. Nick Carter. Great adjustment on the ball. Ball a little overthrown or behind him. Adjusted nicely to make the catch at the 2 or 3 yard line, bringing up a first and goal with 1:49 to go in the 3rd. If you're going anywhere, you made a mistake. Stay tuned. This one's going to go down to the wire, and we've got ourselves a game here.
So I think the ball's at the 4. St. Mary's on the doorstep.
Great
Handoff.
job.
And that one's going to get into the end zone.
Touchdown, St.
Touchdown, St. Mary's. And I think there's going to be a flag
with the touchdown.
for a late hit. Jack McPherson on the end around
Looks like after the
makes
ball
it
was in the end zone,
6-0
there is a penalty flag thrown.
for the St. Mary's Knights.
Late flag on the play, late hit. Once McPherson crosses the goal line, takes the hit, holds on to the ball for 6 for St. Mary's. Those hits seem to take a little.
McPherson with a nice little jet sweep run.
Jet sweep run by McPherson, 81.
Gets hit as he enters or in the end
So
zone.
it's 14-6 now. And St. Mary's a little bit of life. And as I mentioned,
Bumbaco to kick the extra point.
I think they just needed that little spark on the defensive side of the ball. Defense came up with the turnover. Offense converts. So things clicking for St. Mary's. A little momentum swing. We'll see how Korah responds after this extra point attempt by Bumbaco.
Bumbaco's
Kick is up
kick
and good.
And it's good.
It's good. So
14-7.
So with a minute
Korah.
32 to go, it's a 14-7 ball game.
drawn within 7. So one score. A nice run by
Penalty enforced on the
McPherson.
kickoff. St. Mary's to kick off. 1:32
And I like the
left
play
in the third
call.
quarter.
The play call is fantastic. They've been working that in practice today with some success against their defense. And that was an option to all week, and I'm glad that they went to that call. Great McPherson to hang on to the ball after a big lick in the end zone. Like I was saying, those hits are a little easier to jump back from when you get the touchdown and the 6 points. So
Absolutely.
Hopefully McPherson is.
But good
is good to go.
execution. Yeah, good execution on that. The receivers out wide, stretching out the defenders, creating that seam for McPherson to cut upfield and get in the end zone. That's a big 6-7 points with the convert for St. Mary's.
And you see the front or the defensive line for the Korah Colts being able to dominate the offensive line of the Knights. So they haven't been able to run the ball straight up off tackle or in the gut. So nice to be running in motion and quick hitter around the corner to a slot back.
Now, I didn't notice on that jet sweep, but is there help on the right side of that line on that play?
There usually is a man in motion. I didn't see whether the receiver came down and blocked out a backer, but judging how open McPherson was to be able to enter the end zone, I'm going to say he had some help.
Yeah, well, we saw that play before. McPherson took it to the house, and it got called back on a crack block on that end. So obviously he cleaned that up, well executed, and it's a 7-point ball game. That kick's going to go into the end zone and out of the end zone, I believe. Bumbaco having the advantage of kicking off from midfield.
Now, I missed that. Was there a penalty assessed on that play that allowed them to kick from?
No, that was the penalty on the hit.
That's the good old
hit on
fashioned
McPherson.
That's right.
So the 15 yards tacked on. Bumbaco kicking off from the Korah side of field, puts that one through the end zone.
Thank you much.
And that's a point.
Coach.
That might be a big point.
It might be a big point.
And which makes that a big penalty, right?
And you know what? The excitement of a game, and you want to make the big hit, the big stop, and sometimes the energy gets the best of you, and the excitement causes you to take a tough one for your coach or for your team. So
And a lot of people don't like that 1 point, on that play, but it just makes it interesting, I think, and from here on in, it makes it interesting. If Korah scores, what do? They go for two.
Korah from the 35.
Wisdom would say they would, and so it just makes things a little bit more interesting. When they get it down deep and they're in a long yardage situation, do they punt it and try to get that one back? It's an added dimension to the game that forces coaches to have to think a little bit more about the options in front of them, right?
And in this game, we have two excellent kickers in Bombako and Koski, so you're almost guaranteed as a coach to put them into situations where either field goal or extra point will convert. But so often in high school football, that's a missing link.
Big run there by Provenzano. He's going to get the first down almost to midfield. So he reels off about 14 yards there, picks up a Korah first down. I'm not sure that spot.
Yeah, they backed him up and it looked like he came near midfield, but they spotted him on the 53.
First and 10.
I think we've called that on both sides where the spots have been a little bit short.
As long as it's consistent.
The runners are not getting the benefit of the doubt here.
Barella with a nice
hard-earned yards.
5 yards before being brought down.
And some hard-earned yards there by Barella. He's going to get it to the 52, it looks like. So it'll be 2nd and 4.
Regardless, Durbolt. I'll be right back after these messages. Ronan Provenzano, giving shout-outs to all my cousins. Ronan Provenzano got the first down.
Play of the third quarter.
Followed by a run of 5, which brings up 2nd and 5 from the 52 of St. Mary's.
Handoff looks like, is that Thibodeau?
It looks like Thibodeau's back in the game.
Thibodeau's going to get 7, like he typically does when he gets the pads going north-south.
Yeah, we haven't seen much Thibodeau in the second half, so maybe he's freshened up a little and ready to run some heavy yards and carry the ball and try to close out this for his coach.
And that's where you really got to feel for the St. Mary's defenders, right? They got to deal with just so many weapons in the Korah backfield. They haven't had to see Thibodeau for a little while, and then he comes in fresh. They've been pounding it out on the field, and next thing you know, he's 7 yards into your defense. It's a good run there by Tibbs, and we'll flip ends of the field as we head into the fourth quarter with a 14-8 score. This is shaping up to be a pretty good one as we enter the final quarter of play.
And for those of you sitting on your couch watching on Sault Sports, Kevin Hemsworth and Scott McPherson here bringing you the fourth quarter of a great game where the Colts lead the St. Mary's Knights 14-8.
First and 10 from the St. Mary's 45-yard line.
Inside handoff there to
Looks
Thibodeau.
Like handoff to Thibodeau again.
Again, he's still on his feet. He's still moving a pile.
Progress is finally stopped.
And we got a lot of whistles.
Again, tackled by committee for St. Mary's.
And you're going to have to bring the committee, I think, when Thibodeau's running downhill like that. They do, but Thibodeau reels off another 9 yards, and he's going to be close to a first down, maybe 9.5. It's going to be inches.
If I had the weapons of Thibodeau in my backfield, I could even be an offensive coordinator. Give the ball to 20 seconds. Maybe a stretch. But
you could be the water boy. You could be the water boy. All right. Korah falls ahead.
Flag on the play.
Some quality H2O.
Looks like a first down, but there is a flag, and that looks to be in the area of an offside against the Colts. Whistles blew early.
DeValentin on a tackle, but we do have a flag on the play.
DeValentin makes the stop.
Another great stop. Called his name a few times tonight. Having a strong game for the Knights.
Well, we have a stop. I want to mention another sponsor, Elite 8 Basketball Academy. Don't have a write-up, so I'm going to have to freewheel this one. Apologies to Ryan Lillington, but I can tell you, Elite 8 Basketball Academy, Ryan and crew do a really good job. My daughter was in the camp there this summer. My son as well. I forget because he's old enough to drive himself, so I don't get to watch him. But they just do a great job of coaching the finer points of play. And if you get a chance, sign up for Elite 8 Basketball Academy. You can find them online. Handoff there. And after the penalty,
Carter in on the tackle,
looks like first down yardage.
Quick hitter up the middle. Provenzano with another great carry. Quick hitter. Got the St. Mary's line napping. gain of about 7 at least.
Provenzano gets the first down.
First down
Korah.
coming up from the 34 of St. Mary's.
And of course, you'll hear Ryan on the Wednesday evening basketball broadcast here on Saultsports.com. Ryan does a lot in our community for sports and for youth, so support him if you can.
There's that play that went for miles last time. St. Mary's did a nice job with the double reverse.
Barella.
That was the touchdown play.
About 4 or 5 yards. Ethan Aruda in on the tackle.
Barella stopped after a short game, but
for St. Mary's, we do have an injured player on the field. We'll have an injury timeout.
So in our injury timeout, I was just provided with the write-up for Elite 8 Basketball Academy, so double coverage here for
do what you're told.
For Coach Lillington. Elite 8 Basketball Academy offers basketball training and programming for all ages. Athletes will participate in fun scrimmages, drills for skills, and small-sided games. All activities will take place in a fun, safe, and inclusive environment. If there's a gap in programming and training in Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding areas, the Elite 8 Basketball Academy plans to fill it. I don't know, Ryan. I think I did a good job freewheeling it, but and I threw in a little endorsement, personal endorsement there. But anyways, props to Ryan and the Elite 8 crew.
All right, we got an injury timeout. Korah Colts down, 9:57 to go. Cancel your plans if you made any. This one might go the distance. 14-8, Korah Colts up against the St. Mary's Knights in senior football action.
And
go ahead, Kevin.
I was going to say, and if your plans weren't to tune in for this game, then, I mean, I don't even know what to say.
Well, if you're listening to me and you hear us now, you're obviously here. Stick around. This is going to be a great finish.
So
beautiful night for
Korah.
Korah threatening. Second and a long 5, it looks like. Byron hands off. Thibodeau.
Hand off to Thibodeau.
And St. Mary's doing a good job there, stacking him up.
Gets a couple yards, I think.
He's going to pick up a few.
Looks like Mathewson, DeValentin,
held short of
others
maybe just 1 or 2, actually. Looks like 3rd and 4. And it's decision time for Korah.
About 4 or 5.
What do you do here,
Does
Coach?
Koski have the leg for this kick? It looks long.
It looks
I don't
like to
know.
be at the 26, add another 17, maybe 42
I think they're going to go
yarder.
for it.
I would have to go for it myself. The way they've been running the ball, especially with Thibodeau up the middle, even Provenzano on a switch. They might run off tackle here and try.
Flag on the play.
They might have other plans. No, might be
we're
a
gonna
That's going to be a time count violation against the Korah Colts.
Time count violation against the Colts. It's going to move them back.
And again, that might change the play call.
I want to give a shout out to Lisa Tucker, quarterback Maddie Tucker's mom. Homesick tonight, couldn't be here to enjoy the action, but glad she's able to tune in on Sault Sports TV on YouTube.
Is she sick or is she warm?
She's warm.
She's on the couch
well,
with a coffee.
We'll give her the benefit of the doubt. She might be both.
I hope you're feeling better, Lisa, but well played. 4th and 8. Looking for the
going to be
kick again.
Punt, taken on the run, and Trudeau.
Looks like Daniel Bombacco with the catch.
It's Bombacco.
Gets about 10, 12
Far
yards
side
on
of the
the
field.
return,
Apologize for that, but Bombacco's going to take it on the fly, run it out of bounds.
Pushed out by number 5.
And he
Gabe
gets
Byron.
bumped out by Gabe Byron.
8:52 to play.
And St. Mary's has the ball inside of 9 minutes at their own 26-yard line.
So this is where every second is crucial because you may not score on the first set of downs, but you'll get the ball a couple times. So this is important for the St. Mary's Knights to manage the clock well.
And they had a good positive offensive series last time. We'll see what they can come up with here. They're going to go to the air. And that one is almost picked off. Wes Pomeroy jumps the route intended for Bombacco, and he could see the blue grass at the end zone ahead of him.
Has to go through his hands again.
And
risky
just
play.
Out of reach.
Risky play for that St. Mary's offense.
That'll be 2nd down.
It's all or nothing. If he's free, he goes for a long gainer. Almost picked off.
Great defensive play by Pomeroy to break up the.
Could have been a costly
play.
Throw, but live and die by the sword. Here we go. 2nd down, 2nd and 10. Let's see if Maddie Tucker can make some magic late in the game here. Timeout going to Korah Colts.
Yeah, and I wonder if on that play, it goes to Bumbacco,
Korah's
which
called the
obviously
timeout. 8:24
the
left.
Korah defensive backs are going to key on him. They're going to expect the ball to come there. If it goes to one of the other receivers, does Pomeroy jump that in quite the same way that he does there? I just wonder if there are other targets that might not draw such a crowd.
And you're right. Anytime there's double coverage, not only do you have double coverage on a premier receiver, you have the ability to go for the pick six rather than just play cover. So the other point is you made leaves Trudeau, Carter, McPherson, any of those wideouts open, or even the slots for when you double one man, you free up another. So. Other weapons available, and you still have the running game. We seen Lutzy run the ball. Let's give him a chance. Haven't seen Guzzo today. Maybe he's not dressed or doesn't figure into the offense this evening, but lots of options. Let's see what we got.
Flip side of that is if you do get the ball to Bumbacco, he's out in space and is going to make things happen, right? Great catch by Carter over the middle.
Tucker with a beautiful little pass to Nate Carter. Terrific
good connection there.
Good for about 20 yards
on that.
And a first down.
Post pattern for Nate Carter a couple times now.
Elijah Plastino.
One close to the end zone led to the touchdown. That one gets them a first down at the 43-yard line.
Great decision. And Carter's done everything he's been asked of him today, so maybe they might look to him again. He's having a big game, and Bumbacco is your deep threat. But there we go. Inside to Lutzy.
Lutzy.
Little confusion on the handoff.
Yeah, it looked like just a little stumble in the backfield. Wasn't clean. Lutzy had to slow up a little bit, or else he might have hit that hole with a little bit more
before being brought down by number 51,
speed. But he picks up 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7.
Second and about
Carchidi on the tackle.
7 for St. Mary's.
2nd and 7. Big play coming up.
And when you get those receivers out wide, it stretches the safeties, right? The two high safeties to the sidelines, and then that middle post is open too, right? So
love it. Let's see what he does. Looking
puts
deep,
it up.
Looking long.
That one defended by Bumbacco because Malcolm was going to come down with that catch.
Lucas Malcolm.
And Bumbacco and Malcolm having a chuckle after Bumbacco tries to get up, and that was an interesting little sequence there.
Being from Scarborough, I can know that you recognize a little breakdance.
It did look like a windmill there.
A little beat street.
We'll have to ask Daniel about that one after the game. But
he does have a lot of moves. So
pass is incomplete. Brings up a 3rd and 7.
And it looks like Bumbacco is back to kick. Still a lot of game left. 7 minutes, 4 seconds.
Bumbacco to punt.
And the kick is off.
And it goes off the side of his boot and is going to go
out
of bounds.
Short punt is out of bounds, somewhere around the 50.
And I'm pretty sure he'd like to have that one back as he and Jacob Brown
we have
exchange
a flag on the play.
Flag on the play, so that might benefit St. Mary's as it was in front of the Korah bench, but we'll see what the call is. Bumbacco with a kick off the side of the foot, lands on the track. Like you said, he'd probably want that one back. But Korah will take over inside their territory, so still a long way to march. Hopefully, St. Mary's College has one more answer for this offense.
6:52
I read somewhere
remaining.
Kevin at the O-line for the Korah Colts.
Looks like the penalty was against Korah.
Refers to themselves as the chain gang.
The chain gang,
penalty.
And the running backs are the stable. And quite the stable they are. Having a great
First
game.
Down.
Provenzano. Thibodeau.
Yeah, a lot of pride in the chain gang at Korah.
1st and 10 Korah.
That crew takes pride in putting in the work, and
so that was an objectionable
in-season,
conduct penalty against Korah.
So Korah with the objectionable conduct backs them up, but a big run here.
Great run by Ronan Provenzano.
And that's Provenzano.
Provenzano with another great run. Just a simple
number 2, Brandon
dive
Vecchio.
up front with a little delay.
Good burst of speed
Get
by Provenzano, and I think Corelli wants to have a chat with Provenzano. It looked like he got slammed backwards against the turf. And I think, safety first, right? And good on Corelli to get in there and
looks like 19 yards and a first down.
Make sure that Ronan's okay. Looks like he is, and Korah's got a 1st and 10 from the 51-yard line.
6.5 to go in the fourth. Korah up 14-8. Time for a stop from St. Mary's.
Give is to Provenzano again, makes one miss, and
back
then
to Provenzano.
Meets a couple of
Derboka with the tackle.
St. Mary's defenders, including Kian Derboka.
It's great when your offense is firing on all cylinders because you can show them the ball and tell them, here we are, we're coming your way, stop us. And St. Mary's hasn't been able to do that. That's the same play after play, or 2 in a row with Ronan Provenzano. And St. Mary's doesn't have an answer just yet. Let's see what they can do.
2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
And the give is the other way to Cole Barbo. He's going to find enough room. He's still on his feet.
Good hard
spinning.
Yardage.
Gets brought down close to the 35-yard line. That's good enough
Looks like Nick
for
Carter
a first down.
Spot with the tackle.
Nick Carter in on the tackle.
Derboka and Matheson in on it.
Derboka and Matheson get the credit on the tackle. That's a first down. Keep the sticks moving. And once again, we said earlier, maybe it's time for a defensive stand or a defensive turnover to change the fortunes of these St. Mary's Knights, who are making a great game of it.
Korah hands it around the end to Barella.
Oh,
that's going to be
Barella's
going to get to the outside.
Run out of bounds,
bumped
but
out of
flag
bounds,
on
but
the play.
I think there's going to be a hold at the point of attack on that play. Looks like that's where the flag came from.
And that might be what the doctor ordered for St. Mary's. They'll have to back them up, and they'll replay the first down, but give them a long field.
Looks like Seamus
Parlow
running them out of bounds.
Parlow with the credit on the tackle, running him out of bounds.
Barbo out, Thibodeau in.
Looks like the penalties
like you
against
said, Korah backed up.
And a fresh Thibodeau
we
again.
We do have a hold against Korah.
There we are, Sticks.
10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty, 1st and 20. So I don't anticipate that Thibodeau will get the ball with a 1st and 20, but they'll probably keep it on the ground.
I also wouldn't be surprised if Thibodeau got the ball at 1st and 20.
I've been wrong once today. Jesse Barella having a great game. Some outside runs.
Korah back in that under center, putting Byron back under center.
And again, maybe you don't want to fumble. You want to protect the ball, run the clock down.
And
hand off to Provenzano, tackled by
4 or 5 yard gain for Provenzano, stopped by Derboka.
With 4:32 to play, I'd just like to send out a big hello to all of my friends from Lakeway.
We do have an injury.
Having a
on
reunion.
The field, we'll have an injury timeout.
This weekend, many people coming from all over to celebrate Lakeway Sioux Tech. So to those who are in town, enjoy your weekend. We'll be unable to make it, but great seeing everybody that made the trip. And I even saw Tony Colosimo today in the stands today, and looks like he could still go out there and play. And he could play on my team any day. Some great legends back in the day coming from Lakeway. Mike McPherson, Mark Ciotti, Henry Rollinson, Eric Johns, Donnie Hayward, Robbie Dugas, Mark Poirier, some of the best, including Normie Casola, who went on to great fame in the CFL, and of course his brother Lewis. Some great standouts over the years and some great coaches, Barry Russian, Marty Smith, and the list goes on. So Danny Carmichael and a lot. So all you Trojans out there, have a great weekend and enjoy your Thanksgiving.
And thanks for tuning in here tonight. It's a good one. Just 4.5, just under 4.5 to go. 14-8, 6 points separate these two teams. A lot on the line here.
2nd and about 14.
Korah fakes the handoff. Byron. He's going to try to get the edge. He's not going to find
Byron
it.
Keeps it.
And he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
After a short gain.
And that's about it.
Just what the doctor ordered for the St. Mary's team, forcing a punt situation with third down.
For St. Mary's.
Defense gets the job done.
Nick Vecchio called upon
St.
again.
Mary's.
Mentioned quite often today. So 3rd and 15 looks like, Coach. Looks like they'll have to punt or that little squib kick.
We're under 4 minutes. So we're going to have to get ready to give out our players of the game, Domino's and Team Essentials players of the game. They'll get a Domino's pizza and a free T-shirt provided by Team Essentials. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Come this way.
Little punt. And that
still on his
feet. Gonna find some room here on this side of the field. Looks wide open if he can get to the boundary.
Looking for a block.
Tries to shake a tackle.
Another quick kick.
But
Jacob Brown with the tackle.
Jacob Brown.
On number
that's a big fella
20, looks like Landon Carton.
With the pursuit on that play.
Carton with a nice run back. Again, ran east-west, gained a few on the return, but refused to go down. Finally brought down by Jacob Brown. So here we go. This may be the last ditch effort for the St. Mary's Knights. Again, that high-powered offense just waiting to soar. Colts with hopefully an answer for their squad. 14-8, 3:19 to go. Thank you for being on the edge of your seat. I know we are up here. Anticipating a great finish. We got a timeout, St. Mary's.
3:19 left in what's been a great football game so far.
That timeout may come in as important down the road. 3:19 to go. Does that leave them with 2? Coach?
I think they called one earlier. I can't remember if it was first half or early in the second. I know they called one earlier.
They called one in the first half.
Okay, so that's the one I'm thinking of. So I think that's their first here in the second. And you're right, that might be an important
But if they didn't have the right call at the end, then it might serve them well.
This is the opportunity, though, with 3:19 to go. They need to get downfield.
And again, while we wait for the snap, thank you all the fans out here, and moms and dads, families, brothers and sisters. Come out and support local high school football, rooting for your team, whether it be the maroon and white or the brown and gold. Be proud of a great effort by your student athletes here today. Whatever the outcome, sets up for a nice little playoff series between these 3 senior football teams, Superior Heights, Korah, and St. Mary's.
St. Mary's. We got a little bit of.
Oh!
And that's going to be a pass interference.
And Trudeau went the ball through his hands. Go ahead, Coach.
He got separation after the contact, and I thought he was going to come down with that, but number 10, Logan McGregor, in coverage, and Trudeau sort of had a little stutter step. McGregor ran into him. Trudeau bounced off of him and wasn't able to reel that in, but
on Korah.
The pass interference call is going to advance the ball and give St. Mary's a first down at midfield with 3:14 to go.
And again, that's the difference between flags in this league. Normally it could be the spot of the foul in the pro game, but a gain of 10 or 15 on
That'll be a penalty and a first down for St. Mary's from midfield.
Yeah. Ball's out. Pick it up.
And that's over to Nate Carter. He was concerned that was a lateral, but blown dead by the officials.
And nice pass.
2nd and 10.
Not pulled in by Carter. But luckily incomplete rather than a lateral. Ball or whistle was blown. Brings up 2nd and 10. Knights live to fight another day. Do you stretch the field now, Coach, or do you?
2nd and 10,
2nd and 10, St. Mary's from
or do you
midfield,
nickel and dime and try to move the sticks and wait 3 minutes left? There's a lot of time in a game. Let's see what they have in store for us.
On the rollout. And
get out of bounds.
That's a good play
Tucker
call.
rolls to his right, gets Bambaco.
Looking to the sidelines.
If you're going to give that much of a cushion to Bambaco, I'd run that play again. Absolutely. I'd run it right here.
And again, Bambaco is smart to get out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Lucas Malcolm with the
I think you got to force those corners
like 13-14
to come up a little bit,
and
then and then it's go route time.
First and
right?
10 from the Korah 42, and that's the 3-minute warning.
There's no time to I don't think to go to much else. I would run that play again. If they're that, until they come up, just keep running it.
It looks like Korah has
10
gone
yards.
to that abandon, giving them a little bit of the under to prevent the deep ball.
Hand off to Bumbacco in the backfield. It's clear who they want to get the ball to.
Yeah.
And I think
Hand off to Daniel Bumbacco.
He gains a tough 4
Gets about
yards.
5-6 yards.
I was listening to the Korah sideline. I thought maybe the ball came out there. Sounded like they're calling a fumble there, but nope. Bumbacco holds on. He picks up a few tough yards.
And again, as dominant a player as
Josh
Bumbacco
Adder,
is, and
Ethan
they
Cartini.
seem to be keying on him. Maybe it's time to look at another option, but
We'll see.
we'll see what
Second
Jim
and
Monaco and his St. Mary's offense has
7.
in store
So it was
for
only a
us.
3-yard run.
So 2nd and 7, 2:33 to play.
High snap. Pressure
There's ball
comes. Swings it over to Carter. He's going to make
Carter's
Pomeroy
loose.
miss, but
Makes-
Pomeroy hangs
Ball's
on and
out.
Pass to Nate Carter.
gets there to make
Is
the
caught.
stop. Cole Aruda
They're,
also in on
for
the
a
tackle.
short gain.
they're ruling Carter down
Wes
on the play.
Pomeroy in on the tackle.
Ball came loose.
It's going to be 3rd and 2.
I think the St.
Sets
Mary's
up
Knights
3rd
might
and
have
2
dodged the
St.
bullet there.
Mary's.
Was down on contact or
Yeah, I didn't see exactly when the ball came out.
play on the field says reception, gain of 6 on the play, brings up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a catch.
It was definitely a catch, yeah.
I think so, but I
When he
didn't
tried to
see.
gain extra yards, he
Yeah.
might have lost the ball, but they rule him down on contact, bring it up a 3rd and 2.
So St. Mary's needs to pick up 2 here. Empty backfield. High snap again. They're going to swing this out. Trudeau catches it.
got the
He's
first
going to
down.
get the first down.
Jaden Trudeau
Stopped.
with the catch.
To the
Good
30.
for
By
about
number
3-4
2,
yards and a
Elijah
first down for
Plastino.
St. Mary's.
But a first down for the
Tackled by
Knights.
number 2, Elijah Plastino.
You could feel
2
the
minutes
momentum.
left in the game.
That was a big 3rd down conversion for them.
That was a risky play, but it worked out in St. Mary's favor. Moved the sticks, brings 1st and 10 at the 30. Apologies. Still 30 yards to go, 1:57, and the clock is running. St. Mary's got to preserve some time on the clock. Those seconds are priceless. Tucker back in the shotgun.
Shotgun snap. Tucker reels it in. He's going for it all. Trudeau makes the catch. He's in for the touchdown. Pulls it out of the hands of Logan McGregor.
To number 14.
And Jaden Trudeau
Trudeau.
ties the
Trudeau
game
hauls it in under coverage.
Holy moly.
for the St.
guacamole.
Mary's
In
Knights,
what was a
pending the
battle
extra
for the ball,
point.
Trudeau comes down with it.
What a catch by
Touchdown,
Jaden
St.
Trudeau.
Mary's.
He just wrestled that out of the hands of
1:38
McGregor.
left. We got ourselves a tie game.
Was it McGregor on the coverage?
Yeah, number 10, Logan McGregor on the coverage.
Full on McGregor with a great play on the ball.
Yeah,
Trudeau just willed that away from him. Pulled it out, wrapped it up, put a bow on it, gifted St. Mary's Knights with a late touchdown.
and
Here's
good
an extra
coverage
point.
there
Bumbacco
by McGregor, like you said. I mean, he was
after.
right there, made a play on the ball. The only thing you might do differently is try to punch it out versus try to catch it. But Trudeau with a sizable height advantage on McGregor just
Timeout.
went up top and
St. Mary's.
does what good receivers do, fights him off, comes up with the catch for the touchdown with 1:38 to go. And this is an important extra point. It's a tie game on the field.
Shame
I
on
guess-
you if you left to see reruns of Matlock. 1:38 to go in the game. St. Mary's looking to kick the extra point to make it 15-14 and take the first lead of the game against a yet undefeated team in the loop. The Korah Colts, an excellent foe. Both teams putting up a great fight today. So exciting to watch. Again, those extra points are crucial. Here we have Bumbacco to kick the extra point to take the lead. But as we know, those are not guaranteed in this league.
No, certainly not. Lots that can go awry on an extra point, and I'm sure St. Mary's want to take that opportunity to settle their team down and make sure we get a good snap, good hold, blocking up front,
You had me at a rye.
right people on
Kick
the
is
field,
up.
and the
Kick
kick
is good.
is good. St. Mary's
Bumbacco's kick
takes
is
a
good.
1-point lead
15-14,
on the
St.
Korah
Mary's
Colts with
College.
1:38.
Now, St. Mary's
To
has
go.
not won the game, to be clear. 1:38 is a
There's a
lifetime.
ton of time on the
So
clock.
Knights have to compose themselves, settle in, Colts will definitely have a response for this as they attempt to draw even.
I'm going to take this opportunity to announce the Team Essentials and Domino's players of the game.
Did I win, Coach?
It's not you, Scott. Sorry, I hate to break the bad news to you, but we'll start with the Korah Colts. I got honorable mentions for Ethan Karkidi, who I think has had a great game,
well done,
making
Ethan.
lots of tackles. And I got to give some props to my man up front and the chain gang, Matthew Mascott Finch, opening up some big holes on the right side of that Korah line. Fincher getting the job done today.
Well done.
So hopefully, number 5, Gabe Byron, the winner of the player of the game, is going to share a little pizza with Fincher and Karkidi. But Gabe Byron, congratulations. You are the Domino's Pizza Team Essentials player of the game. And for St. Mary's, I want to give some accolades to Matty Tucker, who just threw a great ball there. And Matty certainly could be named player of the game. Lots of completions here tonight. Kean Derboka has had a great game on defense, and it's really that defense of St. Mary's that has been a standout here. Offense has gotten the job done when they needed to, but I'm going to give the player of the game to Grant Mathewson. How many times have we called Grant's name?
Babako to kick off.
Clogging up the middle, making big hits in the middle, getting outside when he needed to shut down those outside runs with Korah. So congrats, Grant Mathewson.
Defense wins championships.
Player of the game.
Colts to return this.
Colts
Well,
field
it. He's down.
Fielded by Jesse
Inside
Barella.
zone 20. Korah takes over. 1:35 left.
So with 1:35 to go, Korah going to take over inside their own 20. And like Mr. McPherson has said, don't go anywhere because we know that Korah can move the ball. St. Mary's defense has been solid in this game, but it takes one play. We saw that with the Korah touchdown earlier this half.
Okay, Coach,
So
put on
anything can happen here.
Put on your coaching hat. Do they play prevent defense? Do they bring the blitz? Do they give them the under?
I think whatever you've been doing, keep doing it.
Absolutely.
Because it's been getting the job done.
Stay with the MO.
5 up front. That double handoff, that was the touchdown play, and it goes for
with the
13, 14 yards here on first down. Moves that ball closer to midfield. Minute 27 to go.
1:27 on the clock. Let's keep a watch on that as Korah tries to run the hurry-up offense to try to maximize the plays. That's a first down. Referee will blow it in once the sticks are in place.
Yeah, Korah does have the ability to get plays off quickly, so no panic
First
here from the
Korah
Colts.
From the 33.
Handoff to Thibodeau. He's going to try to smash that over the left side, but met quickly. Picks up 2 or maybe 3 on the play. They're going to need more than 3 yards in a chunk.
Gain of 3 on this play. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And you wonder if Korah is going to need to go to the air at some point.
They may run out of time and or field, but right now
Clock
it's
running.
steady.
Minute
12.
About 7.
Steady wins the race.
Handoff inside. Spin in the backfield. Good job by
Provenzano
to break away from the first tackle, but he's only going to pick up 3 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 4 as we approach the 1 minute to go mark.
5 for Korah. 1:02 left in the game.
Here's the play of the game, gentlemen. Stop here by St. Mary's. Timeout.
And we're going to have a timeout
Korah
on the
has
field
called the timeout
by Korah. They want to talk it over before this very important 3rd down play. Not sure what you dial up here. I'm a bit surprised to see Korah still in that under center, that traditional set when I feel like they've moved the ball better when they've gone to that 3-back shotgun direct snap, offensive set. So maybe they'll come out in that after the timeout here. We'll see.
And that's why the offensive coordinators are well paid, because they have to make these big decisions. And do they change what they've been doing or stay with what's been working for them? Are they recognizing that St. Mary's is getting penetration in the backfield and want to option out?
I'll tell you,
choice is theirs.
I have a ton of respect for the job that Tyler Hankinson does as the offensive coordinator for Korah. So I'm not trying to second guess Hank. I've watched him. I've had the privilege of watching him work on the sidelines, and it's impressive. So whatever they dial up, I suspect that Hank's gonna bring something here. But on the St. Mary's side, what a job this defense has done today.
And you know what? Full marks to both teams coming out, playing like warriors. The coaching staff have both teams prepared well.
This front group for St. Mary's has just gotten it done in the trenches today.
Offside.
And we're going to have movement there, and that's going to push
like
Korah further back.
Korah.
They're going to be at 3rd and 10 from 3rd and 5. And penalties have been a problem for the Colts this year in a couple of different games. Certainly in the Huron Heights game, there were some penalty problems. They hasn't really bitten them in the league, in the City League yet. But tonight, there have been some
10.
penalties at inopportune moments. We had a 3rd and short down at the other end of the field that they got pushed back and had to punt. And then we see it here on 3rd and 5. So big play here for the Colts. Handoff.
Step up.
He's got some room. And he's going to come up short. St. Mary's stops, and there's Grant Mathewson. Did I make a good call or what?
With the tackle.
I didn't want to jinx Grant.
St.
I
Mary's
was
takes
figuring he
over
might be
down.
a factor in the
56 seconds
final
left in the
play.
game.
Great run by Barella. Picked up 8 on the play, but needed 10. Came up too short. Turnover on downs. St. Mary's has the lead, barring a miracle or a big mistake on the St. Mary's side, which I imagine they'll just come up and down the ball.
How many timeouts? Korah's called 2, right?
They've called 2. They have 1
so they
remaining.
got 1 remaining.
So it might come to a late punt.
Should be able to kneel this out, or I don't know. My clock management is not great, so they don't look like they're in a victory formation. Looks like they're going to run plays. So
keep it on the ground, wrap it up.
And they do.
Wrap it up and hold it tight.
Hand off to Pucci. He gets a few yards.
And that's Lutzi with the carry. Picks up a few, but that's not really consequential. Keeps the.
So it looks like, did they call a timeout?
Keeps the clock turning. No, they're going to whistle this in.
Okay.
And St. Mary's going to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Well, they get 30 seconds. That should take them down inside 30. So they may come to a 3rd down, and there'll be decision time. Bad snap.
That's a high snap there. And I think we're going to see a penalty in the backfield. That's not going to help.
We do have a flag on the
cause, as that penalty is going to turn into a 1st down
up the middle
for St. Mary's.
6 yards, but we do have a flag on the play.
And that's a huge penalty against Korah. And again, I just talked about penalties being a problem. That's just a penalty you cannot take.
Would have brought up 3rd and 5, which
looks like roughing the passer.
Becomes a 1st down for St. Mary's, and that'll be enough to take a knee and win a game.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a game.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty against Korah. 1st and 10 St. Mary's.
And St. Mary's is going to celebrate here as they come up
left
in a victory formation, I would imagine. 28.8 seconds remaining.
Still have to take a knee and make sure that everybody holds onto the ball, barring a major disaster.
Roughness against
the
Korah.
Knights may have pulled off an upset in this great Friday Night Lights.
Matty Tucker takes the knee.
The countdown begins.
And I think they'll be able to take this right down.
Let's see sportsmanship win out here on both sides.
So St. Mary's comes in after getting beat up pretty bad in the first matchup between these two teams.
Flag on the play.
And that is not what you want to see.
And that's a big shame that this game has to end with this. So
that is too bad.
Let's hope that cool heads prevail and we celebrate these athletes for a wonderfully played game.
Yeah, these players need to know better than this, right? This is not what you want to see at the end of a football game.
So they're going to sort some stuff out here. We do have at least a flag on the play.
And there's been we know there's been a lot of chatter between these two teams, these two schools, these two programs. These guys play against each other in football. They play against each other in hockey. They play against each other in basketball. You look back at all the senior championships, boys championships over the last couple of years, and who's been playing? It's Korah and St. Mary's, right? So a lot of bad blood here, but it doesn't excuse it.
Penalty is against Korah. It's a 15-yard penalty.
You need to
It'll be first down St. Mary's.
Take your wins and take your losses in stride. And
from the 6-yard line.
And we're having difficulty with my microphone on purpose. Congratulations to all the athletes for a great game. Let's hope we can close this out and enjoy another.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the game.
Tilt in the
that's the end of it. Congratulations to the St. Mary's Knights on a big win here tonight. 15-14 over the Korah Colts.
St. Mary's will take on Superior Heights.
Victorious.
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, it sounds like, according to Phil Bambacco, the St. Mary's Knights will take on
Final
Superior
regular
Heights.
Season game next week, St. Mary's versus
Thanks
Superior
for joining
Heights,
us here for a good one.
By the playoffs
it was
after that.
all that we had hoped it would be. St. Mary's comes out on top by 1 point. Thanks for joining us on Saultsports TV. Kevin Hemsworth signing off for Scott McPherson and Jay Houselander. And we'll see you in the playoffs.
Good evening and be great.